Welcome to the show, my beautiful
starting strong
friends. I love you. Welcome. We're here on this beautiful Tuesday night in Gardena, California. I'm here alive. You're here alive. And hopefully you're watching us on youtube.com/Riot Squadcast. We are live on the YouTubes.
I just noticed your hat.
Oh, my hat? Yeah. This was the, this is the hat we made, what? I want to say when I was president, so like 2017?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds
nice.
right.
And of course, you know, it's the celebration of Pride Month, so I had to bust out the Pride hat, the large Pride hat. So.
There you go.
There you go. That beautiful,
that
sexy
pride.
voice is my platonic life partner, Chris Zero Cold Sucker. What is going on, sir?
I'm doing great, brother. I'm all good, man. I'm in a good place. I'm in an exceptionally good place this week. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am, per always, you know, catchphrasey, hashtag always tired. But this week I'm energized and revitalized. So I'm doing very well, sir. How are you?
Man, it's beautiful. It's time is great right now. You know, it's winding down and school's winding down, and you know, life's gonna like pick up a gear in the next couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always, it's something to look forward to. You know, back on that job hunting tip. You know, graduating in a week and a half now, and so I'm starting to put the resume out there. I'm ready.
It's gonna happen, man.
Yeah, man.
I like this. I like Ed on the precipice of stepping up to the next phase of his life. Like being able to, I've been able to watch you fucking evolve like my little Pokemon.
Bro, you know, I was the little
George.
silkworm.
Yeah.
You know, I was cocooning,
Look, you were my Caterpie.
and like now I'm
Straight into a Metapod.
yeah.
And now you're the Butterfree of my life.
There you go, sir.
I like it, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna blossom into a beautiful butterfly,
Yeah.
George.
I didn't intend you as a Beedrill. I went we all know if you're a Pokemon, if you're of those two, you're the Butterfree.
Butterfree is like, yeah.
There's a lot of other Pokemon you're a little bit higher up on the list, but yeah, man, it's gonna happen for you. It's gonna happen for you.
No, I'm excited, man. You know, and just thinking about it, like after 15 years of trying, quitting, quitting, you know, it's finally happening. And you know, by the time, you know, most people will hear next week's episode, like all assignments will be done, like, and it'll be good. And I'll actually be a college graduate. It's so weird. We'll both be college graduates.
Yes,
sorry.
sir.
So it's strange. Like if you've listened from the beginning of the show, like the progression that we've made in the 5 years that since we started the show, it's been a wild journey in the last 5 years.
Yeah. Again,
You know?
I someday, it's weird. I don't want my older kids to find this, but I very much want Damien to find it someday, to hear this transition from, you know, I live with your mom and we're starting that relationship, and I'm becoming a dad to these other kids. And then, you know, we're having you basically, and then that whole progression and how we kind of evolve and change. And
it seems so odd, man. Like it's crazy how time just like flies. Like I feels like yesterday when I came in here and you like showed me a picture of the sonogram.
Oh yeah, it's
and
in
I'm
my
like it seems like yesterday when that happened.
wall. It's over there.
So it's like
this picture's still in there. Yeah,
it's amazing. And I thank you guys for, you know, sticking with us on the journey that is our lives.
Man, there's a lot of day ones, and you guys are fantastic. We appreciate the heck out of you.
Yeah, man. And I want to give a shout out to our boy Travis off the post. Came in huge on the weekend and picked me up and gave me a ride to the game, which I very much appreciate, sir. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah,
Gentleman and a scholar.
He's out there in them streets.
Yes.
He's out there in them streets burning those calories, my man Travis.
I know, man. Hey, getting
If
people on that positivity
if
train.
you follow me on Instagram, ZeroCool138, if you follow me on Instagram, go look at my story right now if you can, and watch my man Travis putting in work, stomping the yard, as the kids say. The kids still say that?
Yeah, going hard in the paint.
2004.
Asking for that rock.
Go see him getting to work, man. My boy Christian out there as well, putting in work. Yeah. I love, man, it's the best. It's the best thing in the world.
Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. And then we are also joined by our beautiful producer Ben. What's going on, sir?
Not much, man. Not a bad week. You know, glad to be here.
Yeah, man.
Thinking about going turn on the air conditioning. What do you think?
It's a little warm in here.
It's a little warm.
That's what I was thinking.
It's a little warm, but I'm, you know, whatever you're into.
And see, I usually have like the fat guy security blanket of like having a hoodie on
Yeah.
at all times.
I'm
So-
colder. I feel colder in life more than I used to.
It's because you're losing the blubber, bro.
What blubber?
I mean,
Why blubber?
you were cultivating mass for so many
Yes.
years.
Yes.
And now that you're harvesting the mass.
Yeah. Is that the next step?
Yeah. You're harvesting that mass. So now you have less to keep you warm at night, sir.
I do feel colder more often, but in general, it's good that it's summer. I'm waiting to test winter, see how that goes. That'll be nice.
Oh man, it's gonna be cold. I'm telling you, man, you're not
So
gonna have the extra
sore.
layers, dude.
No.
Fucked up, man. You should have never lost the weight, man.
Really?
No.
It's the only time someone has ever said that sentence. Like, you shouldn't have lost the weight, man. You were fine. I'm good. I crossed 45 pounds. This week.
Yeah, I know. I saw that, man. We're killing it, dude. You're killing it, man, and it's paying off, dude. And then like, I'm telling you. So I went to the game on the weekend, and hopefully I saw you. Thank you. And if I forgot you, I'm sorry. I had to apologize like 3 times because I met people before, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, man.
I loved
My memory is terrible.
the last time I went. People would come up to me and tell me their name on Twitter, and I appreciated it so
Yes,
much.
that would help out so much. If you want to come up to me like, hey, I'm so and so on Twitter, be like, oh,
Yeah, it's
Thank
like I'm not trying to be a dick. I just like 4 Johns came up. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
Different John, and I had a little bit to drink. A little smoke. It's difficult, but if you come up and hit me with a Twitter name, I can remember a Twitter name. Those are easy.
yeah. Once you hit me, I'll be like, hey, yeah, there you go. I know, but yeah. I mean, going to the game this weekend, had a lot of people come up and be like, hey, I appreciate you and Chris being on that positivity train. It's like, it's helping me out. I'm like, hey, man, that's awesome.
Whatever helps you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Whatever
awesome.
gets you started.
I don't know if Paul remembers talking to me. There was a gentleman named Paul.
Having a challenging afternoon.
He saw me after the game, and we were talking for a good 5-10 minutes. And I hope he remembers that conversation. It was nice.
Seems unlikely.
Yeah.
Possible.
Possible.
I won't judge him.
Yeah.
Possible.
But yeah, man. I just that's it's. I'm gonna put it more on Chris's side of the positivity train. Like I help. I'm like the caboose.
You always are.
I'm at the baby.
You always
I'm
are.
at the
You're my
tail end.
favorite caboose head.
I'm at the back of the positivity train, just pushing it along. But Chris is the main
No,
the
not
main
at all,
engine
man.
that drives that positivity
Nah,
train.
it's-
No, hey, I'm telling you, dude. Like people come up to me like, hey, man, like I appreciate it. Like it's helping me out. I'm like, hey.
It's like, I mean, for me anyway, it's like a web. You just want to, connect to the next one and connect to the next one and fucking keep it going. And more importantly, what I'm finding really is it seems more important for my life at this point anyway, is just removing the bad parts. If there's some bad parts you see that you don't like, get to work on it. Not doing anything is certainly not going to fix your issue.
Yeah.
So if there's
Being stagnant's not really going to fix anything.
there's a lot of bad shit you got to deal with, but you don't have to deal with all of it. So if there's a part of it that you can get rid of, fucking get rid of it. Make your life easy. It's simple. It's like it's just figuring out that the small things to improve your life are really, really easy, and you already know what they are, but you keep kind of fighting against them because you're kind of conditioned to go in a certain direction. But it's every now and again, just reassess it and see if it's something you can probably do without, and if you can do without it, fucking cut it out, move on, protect your own peace. That's all it is.
That's what it is, man. Like we live in such a world where it's just like everyone's constantly just fighting. Like I think I saw a quote today about like Keanu Reeves is like, why do you seem like you're always in a bad mood? It's like, no, I just enjoy silence because the world's constantly talking.
It's so noisy.
Yeah.
It's so. I didn't get off Twitter. I started logging out. Like I deleted the app off my phone. It's not on my phone anymore. And I'm logged off on my laptop. And so like if I want to go on Twitter now, I have to log in. I take the password off. Like you put in your username, put in your password. Take an extra second. I took an extra second, bro. It's my whole life all of it got better. And it's I logged in during the Galaxy game. Like I'm a rules based person. I do really well with
Structure.
Yeah, I do great with structure. And so I told usually I'm like I cut things out completely. I'm like no Twitter at all. So I didn't do that. But I just said, I'll log out and I'll give myself more, I guess, limitations more than anything. It wasn't like a conscious thing. I just knew I needed to kind of back away from it. And
Well, it's taking it into moderations. Like we tell everything. Like moderation, man. Like you don't need to be.
What's putting it to you?
You don't need to check Twitter like 7 times in an hour.
Yeah. Well, what else can you do with that hour? That's really. I'm more trying to put my time in a better place, and so it's more like what can I do with that hour, either than argue with some person on Twitter.
Robert on the YouTube chat says, I remember when Chris said running is dumb.
Yeah, it is dumb. I hate it. I don't think you understand how working out works. I don't like any of it.
I was gonna say, I'm like, he still thinks it's dumb.
Yeah, it's still. I ran 5 miles today when I didn't want to run at all. It's exhilarating, and I get something out. I get a reward from it. It is. It's. I get some silence, and I get some time by myself. And you know what? I listen to like really, really bad Jacksonville and Chicago rap music.
Oh man, yeah. Chris brings that to the like pre-show.
Yeah,
or whatever you want to call it.
I just got to enjoy my boy NLE Choppa.
And I have to admit, and I don't know if it's bad or whatever, but I'm like I'm really getting into it.
Well, here's the thing, Ed.
And I played it around my wife, and she's like, "What is this?"
Ben, can you play Final Warning by NLE Choppa really quick? Just I'll talk over it the whole time.
You don't have his music.
Oh, you don't have it? All right.
Yeah.
You don't YouTube that. It's
You have the music thing, the music box.
Yeah, you guys got Google.
Yeah.
But it's man, it's just
that, and we got flagged again.
Did we really?
Yeah, I forget what episode it was, and I think it was just background music to something you were playing on your laptop or something.
That seems likely.
Yeah, probably.
But it's running is great as a tool to relieve stress. Yeah, but like I'm still gonna hop on Twitter every now and again, and if there's like a noteworthy galaxy thing, I guess that someone alerts me to, that I feel like having an opinion on, or I actually have an opinion that I think anyone would give a fuck about, then I'll hop on. But I'm just really trying to take an extra beat to think about, who cares to start with, and I keep finding that I don't. So it's mostly just getting in line with keep protecting my own happiness.
That's what it's about, man. Like, and it's a struggle. I think the worst of it for me is like, it's not even the outside influences. It's your own like voices and demons that are in like telling you things that are like, you can't do that. Why are you doing that? Like, you got to get over those. Like, I'm trying. That's my journey right now. It's like, oh, my journey. Like, oh god, I hate saying that.
It is your journey.
Yeah.
Why do you hate saying that?
No, because I'm rewatching Schitt's Creek.
I've never seen it.
Oh, so
I hear it's good.
This is honestly my 5th time rewatching the season.
Well, yeah, we've gone through this.
I have time. Yeah, I have time.
I watch soccer.
But no, the daughter goes, I don't think that's the journey that I'm seeing for you. Like, it's anyways. But yeah, it's about fighting your own.
You went to a whole place about that.
Yeah, no. It's about fighting those voices. Like, that's what I'm finding like troubling. Like, you're like, I'm gonna get up and do it, and it's like this internal battle of like, I'm gonna go do it. And then it's like,
it's called resistance.
Yeah.
So you label it, for me anyway, you label it as resistance, and every time you hear that voice, and you decide to make a decision based on that voice, you accept it for what it is. And you know that what you're doing is battling against resistance, and you're disciplined against your resistance. So when resistance comes up to you and tells you, hey, don't put your shoes on, don't go running, don't lift weights, eat that shit you're not supposed to have. When resistance tells you that, you remember that you're in a battle with resistance, and you punch resistance in its fucking neck, and you get to work and you go do the shit you got to do, whether it's studying, whether it's homework, whether it's working out, whatever it is. You face resistance for what it is, and you are a disciplined machine in dealing with it. And that's how you shut those fucking voices out. That's how you log out of Twitter if it's not good for you. That's how you do whatever you got to do. It's easy.
Yeah, man.
Working out is simple, man. Yeah. It's discipline. It's the discipline that's hard.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's what I'm trying to work on right now, man. Let's get into some Galaxy stuff, yeah?
Really quick before we do.
Yeah.
506 subscribers on YouTube.
Yes. Thank you guys. That
is amazing.
Now,
I think Ben has
what's the next goal? Is it?
I was just gonna say I want to thank the 10 people that created second accounts to like us after last show.
Told your sisters and your cousins to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever works.
Hey, we got the goal, baby. What's the next goal now?
Man.
We're 750.
506. 506 is fine.
It's good.
Yeah, we could do it like
we do
losing weight. You want to do it like losing weight?
You're like 510.
Increments.
Next week we come back 515. Next week you come back 520. You just fucking keep grinding.
Love it. And by the way, man, we got all these people in this chat. How come you guys haven't tweeted the dinks that like button?
I haven't hit refresh yet, so I assumed it had been tweeted.
You ain't tweeted the dinks that share button either?
40 people watching right now. I appreciate that, man.
Tweeted links that like, tweeted links that share. We'd appreciate that. By the way, that's a thing now.
Oh, you know what you're supposed? If they comment, it helps the algorithm. That's what I learned.
Okay.
If they do a comment on the YouTube thing, it helps. I don't know. It helps bump it up to people you're friends with or something. If that's something you're into. If it's not, then don't do that. It's fine.
You can do whatever.
But if you're like, hey man, I'm down to help their algorithm, then in the actual YouTube thing, push a comment. If not, whatever.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
Do whatever. Hey,
do whatever you want.
Do you, boo?
Look, if you don't do it, I'm not going to notice. So
we're not going to know who didn't do it or not. So it's fine.
It's fine. The list of people who didn't do it is so long. So don't worry about it.
All right, let's get into some Galaxy stuff. First, before we get into any like the news or anything, I want to give a shout out to the Galaxians. They're doing their 2021 membership drive right now. So the memberships are available. You go to their Twitter at Galaxians, and it's there. You got to scroll a little bit to get to the image, but you know what we can.
If any of you guys listen to this, retweet that again.
Yeah.
Or here, I'll find it right now and retweet it from ours.
So go to the show, go to our show. We'll retweet that, or go to the Galaxians Twitter side. And you can get that. I think it's $25, and it's their 25th anniversary. So they have like a 25th anniversary scarf out there. So go get it, man.
Oh, that's nice.
And support your fellow G's, man.
I do like this environment of if you're a non-supporters group fan, you can have memberships to all the different supporters groups, and not necessarily sit there, but still support them in what they're doing.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah, exactly. Not necessarily you need to be with the group. Like I know people who buy memberships to each of the supporters groups. So
I think Leslie has a membership to all of them.
Yeah, man.
I might be.
Go support. Hey, you know what you're doing? You're supporting your fellow supporter groups. So like you're doing good stuff.
Yeah.
You're doing good. So.
Oh man, yeah. You guys, come on. You're way down here. You got to retweet this a couple more times.
Yeah.
It's not how Twitter works, guys.
Well, I don't think they tweet that much.
Really?
Yeah. No.
It was several posts. It wasn't difficult to find.
I had to look for it a little bit, but yeah. So we'll retweet it. You can go find that on our page. But go support your fellow Galaxy supporters. Let's get into some Galaxy news, shall we? He's been spotted in the stadium. He posted on social media.
He's here.
Sega.
We do need that drop.
Yes.
We need the drop of Ed saying Sega. Like 18 something. There we go.
Yeah, he had the clock up at like 2 seconds ago, but it's fine.
Took it back down. Well, it's fine. But yeah, apparently he's in the stadium.
Yeah, posting stuff on the social media. He's here. So which I'm assuming if he's in the stadium that his quarantine is up.
Yeah. Well, you would hope so.
Yeah. So he's ready to go, ready to train. He'll get a couple weeks with the boys before having to play a game.
Gotta like that.
So that's good to get him a little more inclined with the team before having to go out there. Get him a little more prepared. Still no news on Ryan Raveloson.
Riot.
So, but we've seen how it's been taking these guys a little bit of time before they come to the games, but good. I mean, you know, we've not the best, and we'll talk about the game right now, but you know, shoring up that defense even more.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, comes in and you know pushes some of the guys, or maybe even takes one of the starting spots. We'll see. You know, it's going to be 2 weeks before our next, or not more than 2 weeks before our next game. So he has some time to train with the team and get to know the guys a little bit better, which is good. Like he's not hitting the ground running and having to come into a game or something like that.
Not immediately. Yeah. It's nice they'll get a little time to work together and.
Because we still have no idea if if Williams is going to get tacked on extra games for that tackle. So
yeah, and Williams is healthy.
Yeah,
he's clearly rested. I mean, you're going to get Koulibaly hopefully coming in rested and fit and ready to go. Those guys will get some time to work together. I don't know, man. I like there was a I don't know if it doesn't work. Never mind, it doesn't work. It doesn't work in a way that I think would work. Because you could do like a 5-man backline and play Koulibaly and Steris and Williams, given the surplus of center backs we have.
Yeah, but I don't think you have I think.
Well, you play Villafana and Araujo.
But is Villafana going to be that guy who's going to give you
already
extra?
doing it?
That's true.
I mean, when he gets shut down, it's usually when we're screwed.
Yeah. Okay.
I haven't thought about how anyone else would have to line up. I've literally just thought about we have a lot of defenders. This seems like it may work. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking about it.
I mean, it could be a possibility. I mean, I don't know. Did Greg Vanny ever play that in Toronto? I don't know.
I don't know, but we have different pieces than we had in Toronto. I mean, he had a dedicated go-to, outstanding, all-star quality attacking midfielder.
And you're not really sacrificing a forward, so
yeah, you don't have another. It's not really another option. So
yeah.
And it's a little extra cover over the top, and I don't know. It's just something I thought about.
No, I mean, I think when we started, packing on the center backs, I think that was like, okay, maybe it's a thing.
Yeah, at least until people leave. Once people leave, it doesn't really matter. But at least it's an option. I mean, if you want to lock down a game and still keep some attack, you can drop an extra defender on.
Yeah.
For someone else, and push those wide outside backs a little further up and help an attack.
And then you still have that defensive cover of the third man in the back. Too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can get behind that. In other Galaxy news, there was a big youth competition down in San Diego, the Manchester City, Cup? Manchester City Cup or something like that?
Why
Anyways,
not?
The Galaxy U11s actually won their tournament.
Hey.
So good on those. I think the U16s were also in the finals.
Okay.
I couldn't find that picture though. I was like going back and searching. I couldn't find it.
Yeah, there's only so many times you can try to search for pictures of 16-year-olds on Google before you trip some
you
kind
get
of
flagged, yeah, and then you get a phone call or someone knocking at your door.
if you're lucky.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, big ups to the kids and winning that trophy.
Yeah, want to win them all.
Yeah.
Want to win everything, and it's they gotta now they can move on to the next step in transitioning to the first team. I'm sure DTK's keeping it close. All of them are going to be on G2 in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
That just seems to be the way we all move. But congratulations to the kids. Good on you.
Just want to put out, you got to give
Doing
kids
the
a shout.
when was the last time we won something? Doing the crest proud.
Yes.
Well done.
Exactly. Another Galaxy news as well. Chris, did you see? You can play with the original Galaxy 96 kit.
I saw it
in FIFA now.
I saw it on. It's just Ultimate.
But
Team.
it's Ultimate Team.
Just Ultimate.
Yeah,
Team.
just
I don't play Ultimate. Do you play this?
I barely started playing other than manager mode. Like
You don't play. You don't even play online.
I hardly ever played online.
Wow.
And I just got into the.
You suck.
Well, I mean, I beat you plenty of times, but whatever.
Win.
With Watford too, but
FIFA 17.
maybe. I honestly might.
Well, now you're back in the Premier League.
Yeah.
So let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go Hornets.
But no, I think I barely started playing like when we were playing the Squadcast League. Like that's when I just started playing other things other than the manager mode.
I don't think I've ever. Well, I don't know about ever, but I haven't played it. I haven't played a manager mode in a long time. I just play the online. What is it? Seasons?
Yeah.
You do seasons. I don't have the time for pro clubs. I would love to get back into pro clubs, but it's a lot of time.
But yeah, it's cool. If you saw, it's a really nice the mock up of it in the game is like really clean.
I saw Nico on Twitter posted a clip he had of Chicharito scoring and a whole goal scoring celebration. I think Corner of the Galaxy retweeted it. And you can see what it looks like in the game. It looks awesome, man.
Josh?
It looks. I wish it was in the regular game.
Yeah.
I wish it. Why not just put it in the regular game?
Yeah, why not, right?
Give me a nice third kid. What's wrong with that? You already fucking designed it.
It's already in the game.
in
So
the game.
It's already in there.
But Scott always says the only thing they care about is Ultimate Team. I think that's how they make all their money. That's when you do the thing with the fingers, it means they're making money off of this thing. But
Making money.
the only thing they care about is Ultimate Team. Look, I know
We got to buy them packs, bro.
Galaxy fans rush to Ultimate Team to try to get the jersey, so
Buy them packs, bro.
it must be working.
I guess so, man. Hey, to have it is
Hopefully they toss it in, but they're not gonna.
They should have a mode where you can just I'm gonna pick the jersey for my team, but you'd have weird
They used to do
Colorado's playing with Barcelona
Didn't
jerseys.
they used to do third jerseys and alternate kits and stuff like that? Like Dortmund has 4 jerseys in the game.
Well, I feel like if you actually play with them in that season, I think they put them in there.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like that's the way.
I guess that's a thing.
Well, whatever. Hey,
Good on you. If you're in the Ultimate Team, congratulations.
I mean, FIFA never is about money. It's just not a thing.
The game or the
No.
organization.
I they're not known for their money hungry schemes. I have a feeling
They're spreading the game around the world,
Yeah.
Ed.
It's just the love of the game.
It's a mission from God
Yeah.
to bring football to all corners of the world.
Because I feel like the FIFA's motto is no to modern football. I feel like that's their motto.
That is definitely not FIFA's motto. That's the opposite of FIFA's motto.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so, Chris. I think you have mistaken.
505 subscriptions. I'm unsubscribing.
All right, let's get into some Galaxy news. Galaxy 2 versus Orange County FC. Chris,
Yo,
did you happen to watch this game, man?
no.
You didn't watch it? Ugh,
No time, brother.
you missed a crazy, crazy match, sir.
I think that was the day I got my second dose, and I
Yeah.
fell asleep at like 7:30.
Yeah, that's why you didn't go to the game. Galaxy 2 played 3 hours after the first team kicked off.
Okay.
So the first team kicked off at 4, and then Galaxy 2 played Orange County at 7. And there was actually
You can make both.
there was a couple people who went out there. I'm
Yeah.
like, shout out to those people who traveled from the StubHub, God damn it,
Digs, whatever. You wanna
the
call
Dignity
it.
Health Sports Park all the way to Orange County Great Park or whatever the hell their stadium is called. You missed 4-3. 4-3.
Classic.
Amazing game.
Sounds like a classic.
G2 win. It's a classic, not in the sense of like the gameplay, really, but it's a classic because there was a shit ton of goals that were scored. 4-3 win for the Galaxy 2. Goals from Judd in the 4th minute, Josh
Damn.
Drack in the 13th minute, his first, I believe his first.
Judd Drack connection. Yeah, that's the first.
Hernandez in the 39th minute with the penalty,
Keeps it going.
and then Sebastian Nava
Oh, good for him.
with an 88th minute goal to win the game.
He's a substitute. He had to be a substitute.
I believe.
Nava, yeah, he would have to be a
Yeah.
substitute.
I believe he was.
Oh, good for him.
G2 was up 3-1 at the half, and so they nearly bottled it. and Orange County came back
Rough
3-3.
year, man.
Yeah. Orange County came back 3-3, and then, like I said, in the 80th minute, Sebastian Nava with a very, very nice goal to seal the victory for the Galaxy 2.
That's great. Good for him.
Yeah, man, good for the team. Good for the boys to get back on that win column.
Whoa, Nava came in the 73rd minute?
Yeah,
He came in for Adrian Gonzalez in the 73rd.
yes. And then,
Wow.
go back and watch the highlights of that game. It's like, it's crazy.
Is it still on ESPN?
Yeah.
All right. But I'll try to watch the whole thing.
Remy Cabral on the bench for the first time.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah,
for
didn't see any minutes though. For Kranis back in the starting lineup. Good to see him back.
In LE for Kranis. Let's go.
Yeah, wow. So the Galaxy have now scored 15 goals in the season and have conceded 9. They are 3-2-2 on the season with 11 points. They're second in the Pacific Division,
Okay.
just
Good enough.
behind Phoenix. But Phoenix has played 2 less games than us, so it's kind of strange.
Well, yeah, their scheduling is all.
USL's weird. So like we've played 7 games. Like Tacoma's played 3 games, and there's like a couple other teams that have like only had 3 games on the season so far.
Well, it's all the MLS2 teams that are playing a lot of games. That's at least that's what we learned from last week. That seems to be at least the way their scheduling is working out. Maybe they're doing slower travel for, teams that aren't mixing with another roster as often. I don't know, but yeah, there you go.
And so the next game is
Don't worry, guys. I got one more week of school.
And
I got
then
one more week of school and then I'm back. Right now, you gotta.
It's a quick fly through with those 2
This
games.
is all the positivity I got.
I would
I'm holding on.
I would tell you guys that if you didn't watch this game, go out and get the highlights. So it was very entertaining.
Sounds like a good watch.
When you have like a crazy goal scoring match like that, it's always fun to watch. It's not. I wouldn't say it's inspiring for a team who gives up 3 goals again. It's but they score 4. Hey, you score 4 and you lose and you concede 3. Look, you still win. You get the W, baby.
Yeah, I mean, in your way, it's you're making best of a bad situation. Still not great to concede and get as close as you did to losing it, but
glad
you pulled it off.
They scored when Orange
Fun
County
game.
when Orange County drew 3-3. I'm like, fuck that. They're gonna give up this game.
Yeah.
After being up 3-1 in the first half, I'm like, oh, they're gonna give it up. They're gonna give it up.
It's our team is still chock full of 18-year-olds who still figured out how to win.
Yeah.
18-year-olds are going to give up a couple of goals, especially 18-year-olds that are only 6 or 7 games into playing together. Which a lot of look at the first team. Grant Sear, it's taken forever to get off to get going. Cabral has some issues. Overall, I think obviously he's very, very good, but Araujo took a couple games. It takes guys a little bit to get going, especially younger players.
Yeah, and especially the G2 lineups. I mean, we talk about this, pretty often. Is that just the turnover in the lineup changes every week to week? It's something that players. You see that if they get consistent like lineups, you see that they learn each other's play better, and they can kind of anticipate the other guy's moves on the team. But when you're constantly changing out people in the lineup, like it hurts that flow, that connection.
It takes a little more time than it otherwise would. Give them a season. There was a lot of turnover on Galaxy 2 from last year. You got to give, and especially for young kids, you got to give them a little bit of time to get together, figure it out.
Next game is going to be the only East Coast trip for the Galaxy 2.
Hey.
Game versus Charleston Battery. will be this Friday, June
How the
4th.
fuck is that team still around?
You know, there's like 35
How
teams
is
in
that
USL.
team still around? Oh my god, that is. I mean, if you recently got an MLS, like that was a old, like, I guess they had a decent following back.
Hey
in the
man,
day.
you want to see that though?
Yeah, they used to have their own
it's great.
stadium, I think.
I think so. How the fuck is that team still around? They made it. Good on them.
Good on
You
him.
know,
dude.
I think they may have went into hiatus for a little bit and then came back.
I think
That
for like a
sounds right.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was them.
yeah, kind of like how the Rochester Rhinos did. They kind of
Yeah,
went
that's
away
the other
for,
team I was thinking.
Yeah, for about a year and a half, and came back.
So Charleston Battery.
Yeah, Charleston Battery. It's the Galaxy 2's only East Coast trip of the year. They're keeping it very local. So it'll be this Friday, June 4th at 4 p.m.
Ooh,
So
Friday soccer.
If you're home, if you get home early on a Friday, you can watch the game on ESPN Plus. Charleston only has 2 points in the season, both draws against New York Red Bulls 2, and is last in the Atlantic Division with a record of 0-2-1. They have conceded 6 goals and have only scored 3 goals. So we'll see how well the Galaxy do.
Please start Augie Williams.
Yeah.
This sounds like a great game to get that confidence back.
Well, Augie almost got one on a game against Orange County.
Really?
But the goalkeeper made a good save and we scored off the rebound. So
Kid's cold as ice.
gotta warm him up.
Yeah, this sounds like a good game to warm him up.
Warm him up, baby.
Start Augie and Preston Judd. Just let him go fucking crazy.
Let him go ham, dude.
Let him go ham.
Let him go ham. We didn't even talk about that. MLS got clearance for like a third division.
Third division, yeah.
league. Yeah.
I'm enjoying the collective work of American soccer to keep Rocco Camiso from being in charge.
Oh, he's
of
done
anything in
though.
America. Yeah, well,
He's
well,
like-
that's the guy that's like, we got to figure out a way to open some shit up.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey man,
Open up the structure, baby.
your structure is not working. You
invert,
know what's
invert the
You know
pyramid.
what's working really well? A closed pyramid. Closed pyramid in America is working amazing. Europeans, they tried to fix soccer for you guys. You don't want it. It's okay. That's all right. You should watch MLS. It's great. It's great. You know the best part about USL? They'll never get promoted to my league, and I'm always good. I'm always good in the top flight. Thumbs up.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really looked into the MLS third division thing, so I don't know. We'd really have much information to talk about that.
Well, I'm sure they're going to be. It seems like it's an MLS league. I haven't read the thing. I'm not gonna.
Well, we've for what
Pretend
since
like
last
I
year they talked about having the MLS Reserve League.
And
like,
nothing ever came of it. MLS Next has basically come and gone. Kids are playing. It's just much to my sadness was nothing that was the games were ever reported on consistently. And that might be an us thing. I don't know how other clubs in the league have handled it. But the reserves never seemed to show up. That doesn't sound right.
It never manifested.
Boom, I'll take that. The reserve league never manifested, so I don't know if this is coming in to take its place or what the deal is. But I like that they're not.
Well, I mean,
they're not affecting USL. USL staying a healthy second division.
that's why I feel like it is going to be the reserve league because they're not going after second division. They're going after third division status.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it has to be.
Yeah, I just wonder if it's a financial thing. You know, kind of taking money from the first team roster, putting it on this other roster, just kind of juggling money around salary cap wise.
Honestly, I assumed USL was like, hey, we're cool now. We're not fighting the NASL for second division anymore.
Yeah.
Those days are done. We're not contracting teams anymore. Those days are clearly done. Teams in the USL are building soccer-specific stadiums in their region, like covering the map with soccer teams, with a presence of soccer.
Yeah,
like
I wonder if that means that the two teams will
they're
go.
yanking. I
to go to
assumed they
that
were
third
yanking
division.
the twos, but I don't know. I haven't read it. I'll read it tomorrow.
I mean, there's only because that's the thing about these two teams is that they're not for the betterment of USL.
The two teams?
Yeah.
They were for the betterment of USL in packing out the teams that they had to play. If
But now that USL has like 35 teams, like it's like I think right now it's like 31.
it's
teams.
not as their goal, I think they're shooting for is 35.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just in our experience, I don't know. Again, for other teams around the league, it's not like we've gone around poaching a bunch of USL players. Gordon Wild comes to mind. I can't think of many others where we went out from other USL teams and said, "I'll take you."
Well, no,
But even
Gordon Wild was a draft pick.
No, Gordon Wild we got. Gordon Wild was from Atlanta too. He was playing Atlanta too.
Oh shit! I thought he
when we
was. For
grabbed
some
him.
reason, I thought he was a draft pick.
Emilio Cuello. Emilio Cuello is probably who you're confusing him with.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Gordon Wild apparently teared it up in Indy 11.
Yeah, good
I think
on
he's
him.
got like 2 goals in the season.
But we didn't even get him from a USL team. We got him from an MLS 2 team.
Yeah.
So it's not like we were snatching players up from USL. We even struggled to give a lot of our USL players a chance. So it's if we're going a little bit younger and we're doing, hey, we can play our 16-year-olds, maybe we'll play in this 3rd division and then we'll loan them to a USL team. Like there's a benefit to the USL. Now, air quotes, MLS track players are going to get to play in your division for your teams, presumably playing good soccer for your teams. And then they can stay here for a year or 2 and then we'll move them back on, then you get to progress to the first
I mean,
team.
that's even the good thing of having these like, kind of local teams. You can loan it out to an OC. You can loan it out to San Diego. Keep them local. You can still keep an eye on them. And if they need a, emergency call, you can be like, hey, come up for, take an hour drive up to LA.
Yeah. I don't know how they'll end up running it, but I'm excited for it.
So in the championship, there is only 5 MLS 2 teams.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, all the rest contracted last year before.
Yeah, like Seattle 2 became Tacoma Defiance. What there's left is Portland 2, New York 2,
Toronto.
I think Kansas City 2. We just played them,
Yeah, and Toronto's in there.
and then us. Because there's like the Real Monarchs is the RSL's team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Switchbacks used to be the Colorado team. I think that was more of an affiliate.
Yeah, you have the affiliates like Rio Grande Valley, which is an affiliate, not a direct team. Same thing with
It's like the same owners though, right? And they just made a different team.
No, in most cases it's not the same owners.
Okay.
They've just signed an affiliate deals, meaning they'll loan a certain amount of players for the season to that team.
Okay.
Development players.
It's working out for Las Vegas.
Fuck Las Vegas.
Zing. I don't know.
I didn't even hear what he said. All I heard was Las Vegas.
Oh, it's just because you loan out a number of players to the team, and I was like, yeah, it worked out pretty well for Vegas. Huh?
Smirked him.
Smoked on their pack. Got that right?
Let's say yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's probably
cool,
right.
Cool. All right, let's talk the big boys, the big boy game.
Yeah, let's talk the big boys. What do you want to talk about the big boys?
Galaxy played the Smurfs on the weekend to a 1-0 win.
Bam.
And God bless you, own goal. What a way to beat.
That's bullshit.
To beat a rival.
Like I know it's an own goal. Give that to the man. Come on.
It's 100% an own goal.
Still, give it to the man. Look, he needs it.
He was very happy though.
Yeah,
look, you saw how happy he was.
Scored it. Yeah. But good on him, man. Good for Grant Sear opening his account. Good on him.
Look, and he made that goal happen.
Yes.
Look, I mean,
if he was a little faster, he could have had a brace, or I guess he could have scored one.
Oh, and that tackle was very nice though too. But yeah, I think him being that slow, had it been
not as speedy.
Had it been like Cabral, it would have been gone.
Had it been legit, had it been a couple guys. Well,
I don't even know about legit, but yeah.
My man.
Mm-hmm. He's off scoring goals with the national team.
Don't get misunderstood, Ed. Don't you dare get misunderstood.
Well, how is that? What does that even?
He's got big rocks on my hand.
How do you know?
Dun, dun. I don't know
the
what the
lyrics
next
of that
line
song?
is.
Okay, cool.
I know it goes no after that, but other than that, I don't know.
1-0 win in own goal. And it's funny too because people didn't really realize it was an own goal, and I was up top on the 138, like the party box or whatever, and I was like, clearly that was an own goal. But I guess I was more sober than some people.
Oh, that's my fault. So the line is, can't take my no. So I didn't understand whatever language she was speaking.
Okay. Cool.
My man is still my man. Don't get misunderstand. Got big rock on my hand. Can't take my no.
We're just reading lyrics now?
What language is that?
I don't know. Becky G language. Hey, you do not disparage.
Oh, here we go.
Becky G, okay? She is one of us now.
One of us, Galaxy fans.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Didn't know what you meant. I was on board. I was like,
okay.
What do you?
She is one of us.
We got to protect her.
You got to protect her.
Our queen.
She's a queen.
She's a queen. She's Queen Becky.
Yes.
Queen Becky G.
Yes.
Okay.
Queen G.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah, fine.
Queen G.
Yeah, no, it's not good.
It doesn't really work.
No, just call her the queen. It's fine.
The queen. She's the singular
Yeah,
queen.
yeah.
She's the most notable Galaxy woman I can think of right now. Like in
Yeah.
relation to the club. I mean, who else can you think of?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say her.
Well, good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the queen.
She's the queen. Don't you dare doubt it. I will come to your house.
Why are you always going to people's houses?
I'm lonely, Chris.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's talk about that lineup first. That starting lineup.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty interesting, man. Benching Grand Seer, bringing in
Deserved.
Dunbar.
Oh, yeah. Well, add a little
You have a
speed.
starting midfielder of Dunbar and Alvarez in the starting lineup.
Let's go.
Pretty interesting.
Let's go. Trust the kids.
Trust A, play the kids, and then you have Kleshin starting in the defensive mid.
He's
Look,
trying.
I love
I gotta
Kleshin.
go back to listen to like the second episode and then listen to a latest episode and be like, what the fuck happened to me?
I love Kleshin. Don't get me wrong.
Sasha.
He is not a man you start.
You know I love you. Go ahead.
He's
I can't do that part where he's like, you know.
bring him in for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But starting, oh no.
Saldana train Ed?
Uh,
Saldana train Ed? Let's go.
Sure.
Let's go.
Sure.
You know,
Saw that turn?
Yeah. The rest of it wasn't.
Well, yeah.
Everything else wasn't.
We saw the turn though.
The turn was beautiful.
Hey.
Breaking ankles.
All you need is that 20-second highlight. That's all you need.
Look. It's
No,
all
no one remember anything else from that game.
It's not that. Look, we won. We won and you had an amazing turn. Yeah, it was it's not an amazing outing for Sasha. I think that's fair.
But let's talk that lineup then. It's a pretty interesting lineup to produce after, you're sitting Grant here, which is interesting.
Deserved.
Yeah. You have an Alvarez in there. Vasquez obviously came in later in the game.
Good to see him back.
Yes. But interesting lineup. Dunbar, I mean, for what he produced, I thought it was okay. I thought it more than I expected him to do, but he's still getting his into his form and
he's also
playing-
not
he's
a
like-
winger.
yeah.
He's also spent the majority of his life not being a winger. I hate to like narrow his game down to this aspect, but it's what is often asked of young players. He's in there and he runs really, really hard and he tries really hard and he presses high and he's very energetic and he works hard for every ball that he's responsible for or can contribute to. The rest of the aspects of being a winger it doesn't really seem like it's suiting him all that well. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't get the immediate direct results that you got out of Ethan when he got moved to the left side, where immediately Chicharito started scoring and he was scoring off either assists from Ethan or Ethan directly affecting the play. You don't really get that from Cameron. So it's a quieter game. But it's
I don't think he had a bad game. I just think it was forgettable.
Which is fine.
We usually get our stats from Who Scored. Had a 91% pass accuracy, which for a winger, that's not bad at all. Only 2 dribbles, 1 tackle. He had 1 tackle, 1 shot. So I mean, it's not anything to write home about, but it also not something that was a terrible performance by any stretch.
He got to start.
Yeah,
It's a good experience for him. Help him.
Second highest rated midfielder after Saldana. So
helped my fantasy team by, getting some points for starting.
There you
Appreciate it.
You had Dunbar in your
sell him
fantasy
back
team?
out. Yeah, you got to watch. You got to watch for select buys.
Yeah,
and I can only do this for the Galaxy, where I'm like, all right.
I'm just surprised you figured
I
that.
set him on the bench. He was like $4 million, so he's one of the cheaper players. And if he gets on the field and if he contributes in some way, he'll raise up in valuation. I can sell him back. It's better than signing a homegrown player for New England, who's not going to touch the field, who's also $4 million. So I needed to fit into the cap. So I needed one of the cheaper players. Dunbar fits that role. So like I picked up Nick DePew last week. because he's likely going to play, and
Oh,
he
he
costs
made-
he,
he got-
he
he got
costs
some
no money.
points, too.
Yeah, he outscored most of my team. So yeah, I watch for those.
The real trick was to put Bondi as your goalkeeper, which
I did not do that. Yeah,
got me mad points.
Mad points,
got me mad
bruh.
points, baby. All right, back to the game. Bond. Speaking of Bond.
I love that man.
Speaking of Bond.
I love that man, Ed.
We all were just in awe of this man in goal, making double saves, preserving that
For
W
fun, seemingly for fun,
Yes.
multiple times a game. It's like it's fine. Right back up, every time. If I'm going to parry in the middle, let me make sure my ass is up. Oh, I fucked up. I didn't even fuck up because it's a miracle I saved the first one. Let me hop back up and get ready.
So Bond with 12 saves, which is the second most all time for a Galaxy goalkeeper in a regular season game, and second clean
Did they
sheet
say
of
it
the
was
season.
It was Pinedo, right?
Yeah,
gotta be.
yeah, that crazy like. I feel like Vancouver was a really weird.
It feels like
That was the famous double save. You know,
Yeah.
the one where he came across the goal.
Came out not even in
I'm
camera.
I'm not sure that was his biggest game. Though.
But yeah, so he's second most all time saves for a single game.
Mm.
So good on Bond was amazing. I think again, who scored gave him a 9.9 rating.
low, cheated,
Too low.
cheated.
They should have broke the record and given him like 11.
Most Pinedo had was 10. Oh, now I wonder who this is. Ricketts?
I don't know. Let's check then.
Well, no, we can keep talking. I'll
talking?
find it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just an amazing performance from Bond. It's a little worrisome that he has to make 12 saves in a game,
Nah.
but it's comforting knowing that we have Bond who can make 12 saves in a game.
Yeah. It's not. I mean, for me, it's not. I don't find it too concerning or too worrying because he makes them. He makes them. If you listen to Greg, and it was I think it was in his post game press conference, he's like, hey, it's great to basically paraphrasing. It's great to have someone who can make all those saves. When we're good, when we're ready, he won't have to make all those saves. The goal is for him to not have to make all those saves.
Yeah.
It's really, really nice to know in the event he does have, for whatever reason, whatever fuck up happens, it's really good to know, hey, he's going to be able to do it. But give us a little bit of time, and it's not going to be all that drastic.
Did you find it?
No.
14 saves.
Ricketts?
Ed?
His arch nemesis.
Is it Gatto?
No.
Is it Saunders?
David Bingham.
Really?
Yeah.
That,
he got
look,
peppered.
that makes sense because they shot like 40 goals, 40 shots a
How many
game.
Against
goals
the
did he-
Earthquakes.
How many goals did he get? Really?
Yeah.
Did we win that game?
I feel like probably didn't.
14. Yeah, 14 saves. Good on him.
Nah, Galaxy lost that game.
Yeah, what are you going to do? I had a crazy Bondi stat for you. Crazy Bondi stat for you. He's got 40 saves, leading Major League Soccer right now. He's got 40 saves. Next closest, Andre Blake at Philadelphia. He's got 31 saves. Played an entire other game. He's played we have a game in hand on this guy. Jonathan Bond is an entire game of saves away from someone.
Yeah.
Before he is evens with that person. With a game in hand on that person. That's how many saves this guy is making.
Speaking of Bingham, how many goals do we think we give up against San Jose if he was in goal?
Bingham?
Yeah.
I mean, outside of the stat binges game, I always thought he went a little easy on San Jose.
You lose
game?
3-1 easy, right?
That game that he made 14 saves, we lost 3-1.
There you go. See?
3-1, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Bond is
But isn't it just
nonsensical.
it's worrisome how we're giving up so many shots, but it's comforting that we know this guy is capable, even if he doesn't have the best, like you said, he parries it, to a San Jose player,
okay.
gets up, gets a second save. Like I feel confident in the first time in I don't even know how long in a goalkeeper that we have.
He only has 2 saving catches on the season, which is tied for second place. I mean, it's most of the keepers in the league aren't really blowing us out. And these are all Opta stats, so I don't, you trust them. Don't listen to me.
Well, Opta seems like the one that everyone
Hey,
trusts. So.
hey, I just don't want to hear about it. That's really all it comes down to. I don't want to hear about it. But again, these are all with a game in hand. And if you look at how like Philly is doing, they got a +4 goal differential, and they played an extra game than us. We're evens, and Bond has an entire other game of saves with a game in hand.
Oh,
He is single-handedly keeping us where we're at.
There's at least 3 or 4 games that had we not had him in the goal, we'd lose those games, or at least drop points.
Yeah, I can think of 5 of them. it's he is. I'm glad he's on my team. I'm glad he's on my team. I'm glad he works for my side because he is. You don't want to jinx him. You don't want to say anything too early. He looks very, very, very good. Very good.
Yeah, and again with a better, more established defense in front of him. I mean,
he's still getting a proper defensive midfielder and another center back that you're bringing in. Another center back who just helped his team. It was the defensive midfielder helped his team get promoted to the top flight of France. It's gonna be good. We got to figure out scoring goals again. But
and still,
it's gonna be good.
5 wins out of 7 games.
It's not bad.
Who could have seen this happening?
Whilst incomplete.
Yes.
While gelling.
Still building.
Yeah.
While still bringing in players.
I mean, it's good. It's nice to have possibility. Like I'm in this weird. If I can go take you on a trip with me for a second, I'm in this weird
Take us on a journey, Chris.
I'm in this weird like what if headspace right now. It's like my focal point for the day. Like what if Ravalosan is a solid, not outstanding. He doesn't have to be an all-star. But what if he is a Galaxy quality defensive midfielder? Not a Nigel de Jong, but I don't know. Give me a fair balance. Give me a fair.
What are qualifying as like?
Perry Kitchen when he was good. Perry Kitchen when he was good works for me. A upper echelon MLS capable defensive midfielder. You don't have to blow people out of the water. You don't have to be. I can't compare him. I can't say Sarvas.
I would say like a Perry Kitchen when he was like with DC United still.
Say Sarvas.
Okay.
Say he's Sarvas good. I realized I love Marcelo Sarvas and I'm elevating him higher than I probably should.
Yeah.
But let's say Ravalosan is Marcelo Sarvas. Can contribute on a goal every now and again, but just has a fucking heart of a lion and just wants to be there. Sarvas is at the end of his career. What if Ravalosan can give you that and is still young and trying to get back to Europe, trying to hey, I'm in the window now, let me see who I can impress. What if Ravalosan is that guy? What if Cabral finishes a couple of these chances if he's not offside?
Oh, that chip! I wanted that to go in so bad.
He could be 3 goals up right now.
Yeah,
he realistically could be, not offside here. I mean that the venom on that one pass that's late in the game when it gets passed all the way across the side.
He one times
that the venom on that shot. If that hits the net, goal of the week done. Young DP comes in playing well, hideous jersey. It's not hideous. I got tired of seeing it 1,000 times. I watched a lot of MLS.
I was trying to watch the MLS review show, which is they put all the highlights in 30-minute video. It was so hard to watch because I'm like, wait, which team is which team? Who's the blue team? Who's the white team? I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean that's generally a hard show to watch.
No, I actually like watching the show.
I hate that show.
I didn't even know it existed. What is this?
It's a weekly review show.
It's on YouTube.
It's through the MLS.
Who hosts
it? It's
some
promoted
British
by the
dudes.
league, yeah.
By British guys?
Some British dudes, yeah.
But it's just like, we looking at the soccer.
This week, San Jose plays the LA Galaxy. It's like
went Australian.
I went Australian. Yeah. us in accents, man. Like
just never works out.
Good day from sunny London. It's like just no.
Good day from sunny.
Apparently, the BBC makes a weekly review show that apparently is really, really good.
About MLS?
Yeah.
I'll check that out.
Or someone. I think that's our good friend Rambies was talking about it.
You're amazing because you gave me a recommendation, and then the moment I was like, I'm going to check that out, you were like, well, it might be them. I don't know if it might be somebody else.
Well, someone said, I think so, it's an English-based...
Setanta. I think it's Ireland.
Wow, I haven't heard that in forever.
I'm on Setanta, man.
I haven't heard that in so long.
Be champions. Wow. The Jose, man.
No.
No, not a fan of Jose Mourinho. Or
5 years ago, I'd have been like, now it's just sad.
Jose Mourinho?
Yeah.
I don't even want him on the Galaxy anymore.
It's just so sad.
He doesn't look like he's having fun.
No.
I don't know why he does. He's gotta have FU money like crazy.
He just looks so miserable.
I don't think he has anything else to do.
No, I think he's just like he doesn't do that like.
Well, he says that he's a football
he
man.
puts a bullet like in his head.
Wow, Jesus Christ. But like he said, he was born during a football match. His father was born during a football match. Like his kids were born during a football match. Like he is, if he doesn't have the game, his heart will stop beating. I guess it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Mine's less violent. You go for it. You're an American.
USA.
Hey.
Okay. No. What were we talking about? Oh, the review show. Yeah, you should go check it out though.
I will.
I enjoy it.
I will.
Why don't you like it, Ben? What is it about that you don't like that show?
Part of it's the British guys. I just don't like the guys that host the show.
It's very like, hey, here's some British dudes, like, to make it legitimate.
It's very kind
like
of
how Seattle, like how everyone has like a English commentary.
It reminds me of very like, I say
it's blatant,
early MLS 2.0, where everything had to be copied from Europe, and I don't know, I think it's stupid.
It's very blatant, like, hey, we have British dudes, so this is a legitimate show.
Who has Ray Hudson? Somebody signed Ray Hudson. Like someone in MLS signed Ray Hudson.
He for Miami.
It's Miami.
For Miami. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like having listened to him, knowing that he's watched like Messi and Ronaldo during their pomp, like during two of the greatest players in the history of the game. Like he's watched them and called their matches. And then to hear him like calling Miami game and pretending to be enthused about,
and just like when like something bad happens.
It's like it's not. It is.
It's orgasmic.
There you go.
It's wubba lubba dub dub.
There it is.
And it's usually never is because
it's never wubba lubba dub dub.
It's Miami, so yeah, they don't have much to wubba lubba dub dub about. It's wubba lubba dub dub.
There you go. You got there.
I appreciate. You know what? I appreciate the post, like the editing on those audio clips.
Pretty clean.
Yeah.
But nobody wubba lubba dubs about Lewis Morgan. It just doesn't happen. But if it's a Lewis Morgan header and you're Ray Hudson, what are you going to do?
Ray Hudson's like, I know Nanny.
And
but he plays for Orlando. He plays for the team.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I know Nanny and the 5 DPs we have.
Yeah. And the 4 more we're going to bring in, or try to.
Miami is a fantastic club. You got to love what they're doing.
They're a shit show since the jump.
When
they got announced 3 years before they became a team.
Miami is the beauty of Major League Soccer. A team controlled by Major League Soccer, contracts controlled by Major League Soccer, are signed, processed through Major League Soccer. Major League Soccer says they didn't know.
They okayed them.
They okayed all these contracts. And then we're like, hey, we fine you $2 million when we all share money.
Matuidi, who just won the World Cup, and you're going to bring him non-DP? Yeah, why not?
How do we get that shit
Yeah,
done?
of course.
Why not? Oh, Miami is... I hate to say it, Alexi Lalas had it right. You want a team trying to figure out how to fucking bullshit and spend money. They did it. Now, the next time people talk about the league fixing rules for the Galaxy, this is yet another example you can show, hey, that's not really true. It's not really how it works.
The Galaxy always worked within the parameters MLS set.
If MLS changes rules and everyone can take advantage of those rules, that's not fixing things for the Galaxy. That's evolving the league.
That's enhancing the league for everyone.
That's it. They didn't fix the league for New York when they could sign Rafa Marquez and Thierry Henry.
You just happen to support Colorado, and they're never gonna.
Your parents moved to the wrong place.
Yeah.
That's not our fault.
It's not our fault.
It's not our fault.
Yeah.
You look. You shouldn't still be in Colorado. That's your fault. That's on you. I hear it's beautiful. I've never been there. I hear it's lovely. You should leave. Nobody's going there. Connor Casey, maybe.
Oh, the legend.
It's a
Connor
throwback.
Casey. Let's get back to the game. Let's talk. Jonathan came off in the 53rd minute with what Greg is calling calf tightness.
Boom, boom, boom.
And I guess this is what he's been dealing with like the cramping in his calf.
Yeah. He looked more frustrated than in pain, which was the one benefit in if you're looking for a silver lining in that situation. He looked more like he's like, God, I can't believe this is happening again.
I think what I felt bad for him, and because it's like he stayed back to play in this game when he could have gone and trained with Mexico. I'm like, oh, he came off. I'm like, damn, that sucks.
He did the captain's thing and he paid for it.
I felt so bad for him. But Greg came out and said that it's not anything bad. He said that Jonah felt calf tightening up. He's calf tightening up, and he was dealing with cramping on his calves this whole season. But there's nothing so far that we have to deal with that in a serious way. I don't know if it's anything beyond the tightening up or moving the way he wanted to on the pitch. I don't think it's anything to be serious at the moment, but I can't add any more details. So it doesn't sound like it's anything that's long term, but it sounds like, well, in long term in the sense like to keep him out of the game, but it seems like he's been dealing with this cramping in his calf for like, this whole entire season.
My assumption
leading up to the season.
My assumption when he went down was it seemed more like there was a conversation and this is just me reading it from, watching interactions on the field. I assumed, I was like, all right, maybe they had a conversation going into the game. Hey, if you feel something, you feel anything, you go down. You go down, that's it. And if you feel like you can play, great. Play what you can play. If you feel absolutely anything, you don't try to play through it, you go down, we'll sub you out. And that'll be the end of it. Because when he went down, I thought they worked on it, and once the trainer came on, it seemed pretty quick, a call for a substitution, and then his day was done. It sucks he's down again. I just, if it's just precautionary and if it's just a little tight, amen, that's great. It sucks he's down again. And it sucks he's down doing the captain's thing. Like, I hate it. This is why I had to fucking get off that Twitter, man. People going at, like, he's captain of your fucking team. He's the guy.
But I don't agree with you entirely there. I get it that the sentiment is like, damn, he's this guy who, for what, how long we've had him now? 3.5 seasons? Maybe four?
3.5. It's got to be 3.5, yeah.
And just, he's given us half a good season, one season, and you're paying him, and it's that DP spot that he's taking up, which, we've talked about before. It's
heavy.
Yeah.
It's heavy. But I'm not lamenting, or I'm not even critiquing. I'm not speaking about, I should say, people lamenting him being down. I understand that. Why do you got to tag the guy?
Yeah, that's where
I understand that.
That's where I don't understand it. Yeah.
I don't get the part of people who are behind computers that are like you, who I supposedly like. Maybe I shouldn't speak about these people at all, because then I hear about that. But I don't understand the need to tag your own players.
I don't understand that either.
And like, that's what you want. You want them to get back to the locker room or get in their car or get home and pull up their phone and like see you being like, we should have sold you years ago. Like, I don't get that. I don't get that level of darkness.
Because who's seeing that? The people who you follow, right? Like, or follow
I see
you.
them. Yeah.
So it's like you tagging that player or whatever, or tagging the Galaxy when you're angry or whatever after a win.
It's an intern, man.
Yeah. It's someone who works part-time for the Galaxy on their social media team.
It's someone who can't talk to the people you want to talk to, because the people you want to talk to don't know who they are. Like, it doesn't, I don't know, man.
But to go after somebody, that's just strange.
I don't get it. Yeah. I don't get it. Someone that you like when they do good things, you are happy. They're not otherwise bad people. In January, when we're not playing, you like them.
What's the ratio of when someone tags them in an angry post over like a good post that they do? Like, hey, you had a great game.
Somebody commented, I tagged Jonathan. I was like, hey, get well soon, Cap. I had someone in that thread being like, blah, 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 blah.
Well,
why are you like, hey, Chris, let me notify you to me being fucking out of line.
Don't bring me down, bro.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It doesn't. Do whatever you got to do.
I
hope he's fucking fine, and I hope he comes back in his game against Seattle and scores a fucking hat trick, and every fucking person that was like, oh, fuck you, Jonathan, all of them are sad. That's what I hope happens. And I hope you're sad in a way where you're still happy, because your captain, remember, scored a hat trick in this scenario, and the Galaxy won a game. That's what I pray happens.
And then it's San Jonah.
Extension immediately. Yeah. Extension.
Call for it. Double his salary.
2 DPs.
Let's get some ups and downs from the games as well. What do you guys got?
You want to go, Benny? You want to go second? What do you need?
I got one. If you.
No, I mean, like,
you can take the obvious. How about that?
Yeah, it's blatantly obvious. Just a lack of offense.
Oh, that was your down. Okay.
No, that's my down.
I thought, you see where I'm at? You see the new mentality?
You were like, it's all ups, baby.
I'm teeing him up for the obvious positive. Benny, take it.
No. The obvious positive.
Down first, then.
The obvious down. Start down. We'll finish up. Finish on a good note. So the obvious down was clearly the lack of offense. And the lack of offensive ideas, I guess, and execution. I don't know. I was expecting more. I really thought that they were going to come in and, for lack of a better word, just hand it to San Jose. Just take them.
Yeah, but here's
You
the
mean
thing:
as
is
far
how
as
many?
finishing,
Yeah.
like the inability to finish.
But look at how San Jose has played against us in the last couple of years under, what's the coach's name?
Almeida.
Racist.
Like, San
You
Jose
gotta be ready with it, Ben.
San Jose for us has been a very tough team to break down from that man marking system.
Yeah.
It's they found a way where they play us, and we seem to not be able to get any offense going. It's been the way since he's taken over that team. Now, and this will be my up, when Victor Vasquez came in, completely changed. He came in and the team played more creatively. They played like they were having fun. They had the cheeky passes, like the chip over passes. Like it looked like Vasquez came in and that sparked that attack. And that's how it was in the first couple games when Vasquez was still healthy. So him coming back, I think, is going to be a positive in that attacking sense, where he's going to come back into the starting lineup. Alvarez is probably going to head back to the bench, and you're going to have Victor Vasquez come in, start, and be that spark again.
I like it. I mean, I'm not sure he starts when everyone's here. I think when everyone's here, it's probably Sebastian. But it gives you options. It gives you places to move.
Man. I think he's played himself into the starting lineup.
Really, you're
everyone,
benching Sebastian Lletget.
When Sebastian, I think when he comes back, now I'm thinking maybe the odd man out might be Grandsir.
Well, come on.
I don't know, man.
He just scored his
goal.
opener.
It was his own goal.
You got to keep the momentum going.
But if you're talking people who can, and yeah, if you want to bring in Vasquez, I guess a spark off the bench is fine. But I mean, Vasquez for the first games when he wasn't injured was the man who was constantly driving the team forward. Yeah. And I said this on Twitter, I'll be the first to admit that man shut me up. He shut me up when we signed him in the offseason. I'm like, this is a terrible signing. Mm-hmm. Why are we going after this dude who hasn't played in a year in a league where it's like, it's not any better than MLS? Like, and I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be a terrible signing. This is a Greg Vanny boy, like one of his boys signing,
But I think we
and then shut me up.
I didn't really understand the signing either. But it was you have a coach coming in. He knows his guys. He clearly trusts Vasquez and knows what he can still give him and knows what he can bring. I can't understand. You have a starting 11 where Sebastian Lletget's on the bench.
No.
Or where Grandsir's on the bench.
Yes. And I'm okay with that.
Wow.
You've seen Grandsir for the first month and a half, right?
Yeah.
So it's justifiable.
I don't know. He's getting better. He's progressing. And
so he can get better off the bench.
Does he? I mean, how many starters does that happen to where they're like, "Hey, we're flying you overseas. We have you on a long-term contract. We're committed to this project for some time."
Not my money.
Well, that is true. That's why nobody should really care. It's not your money. It is your money. I can't imagine a scenario where Lletget doesn't start only because he's a national teamer.
I'm not saying Lletget goes on the bench.
He's a full national teamer.
But I feel like you cannot bench Vasquez.
I don't know why I keep going back to you saying Lletget's on the bench. You're not saying he's on the bench. I don't understand you benching Grandsir after the commitment.
Because if you're talking production, Vasquez is going to get you production far more often than Grandsir is going to get you that production. And if you put Lletget on the right, which we know he can play.
But if Grandsir becomes your bench player, then yeah, Vasquez.
Because and then Grandsir can come on for your left winger, he can come on for your right winger, he can come on for someone in the center mid, and you move a Lletget in the middle. Like it's a thing you can maneuver.
So you would start games with presumably Vasquez going off.
Maybe like you take him off in the 65th. Give someone a 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Look, from the way that, and I'm not saying that he's not going to get better.
I'm trying to be open to it. I'm trying to be receptive.
I'm not going to say Grandsir is not going to get better because he progressed.
Yeah.
But that was him coming off the bench. That's not him starting the game.
Right, but that's him coming off the bench.
The best game he's had for us.
When in the last game he had, he came off injured.
So the best game he's had for us is him coming off the bench.
Okay.
So from the limited.
Sure. Zlatan came off the bench, but yeah.
You can't come on.
I'm saying
you cannot compare.
I'm comparing the situation.
No,
all I'm comparing.
No, because
all I'm
bullshit.
Comparing.
Bullshit.
Ben,
because
am I comparing the players?
Even you have said, hold on.
I'm not comparing the players.
Hold on.
I'm comparing the situation.
Shut your mouth for 1 second. Shut your mouth for 1 second, because I'm gonna tell you your bullshit. Because I'm gonna call you out on your bullshit because you're the one who said there's only one person who can come off and like start well, and that's only one person would be Zlatan.
Yeah, and somebody.
So you cannot compare Zlatan to anyone else. Like, oh yeah, well Zlatan came off the bench. No.
For the record,
no.
Someone corrected me. Zlatan scores and he scores those 2 goals, and then it's a little bit of a dry spell.
I think they said like 7 games or something.
It took coming overseas, it took a little bit of time for him to get started. They had to kind of work him into a starting position. Then once they start him regularly.
But
kid takes off.
Do not bring in.
Grant Sear,
you don't talk God.
Grant Sear, 52 goals in 2 years, sir. Let's go.
Do not bring up God's
spirit
name.
Bombing, baby.
Do not bring up God's name and compare him to Grant Sear. Okay.
Lord Grant Sear. Erica corrected me. We don't pronounce it. Of course, you don't pronounce the D. Grand Sear. It's Grand Sear.
That makes sense because it's the Grand Prix.
The moment she said it, I was like, oh yeah,
Grand Sear.
I'm really dumb.
But yeah, I'm okay with benching him. If it means getting Victor Vasquez, who is going to get us more, who's going to become more, he's more offensive than Grant Sear is going to make us. And if you're saying Grant Sear over Leggett, you're fucking stupid.
Why would you?
Not you, like the general,
argument.
the general you. Not you. I'm saying the general you.
For the record, by the way, I'm the one who thinks a lot about my opinion. You're like, if you disagree with me, you're a fucking moron walking in traffic. I'm like, I don't know, man. Whatever you're into.
No.
If you dig this, if you dig whatever, it's all good. No, this is where I would my concern. I don't even know if it's a concern. I wonder if the amount of offense you're going to consistently get from Vasquez at his age is going to be greater than what you would get from Leggett. Now, I don't have as big of an issue with starting someone you're guaranteed to sub as I did in the previous years because it's not 3 subs. At least for MLS as a test market, we still have 5 substitutions. So if you start Vasquez with the intention to take him off, it's not the end of the world. I got no problem with that. If you can get Grand Sear, if you can get Grand Sear to be okay coming off a bench, good on you. You have amazing man management.
I mean,
and yes,
you play with Grant Sear, you're like you're playing 10 man down, so it's fine.
Come on, man. But he's not going to listen to this. You say whatever you want.
Yeah. Parlez-vous français?
He can't understand you anyway.
Racist.
I can't believe Chris Tucker. How dare you?
I love your internet troll voice.
Who does Chris Tucker think he is? He's so man. He used to da 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 da.
Your internet troll voice sounds like King Kai voice.
I'm not good with accents, man.
Give me a spirit bomb.
A spirit bomb. You see how the face has to happen though. I can only do it with the spirit bomb. The face has to go like all droopy.
Fucking love that. I think about that all the time. You have no idea how much I think of that.
I'll just like randomly record it and start sending it. I'll send it to you, and I'm gonna try to send it to you in moments that I know is the most inappropriate.
I'm gonna get a text at like 3:30 in the morning.
I'm just hoping
it's an audio clip.
When you're like right before you go.
Mine sounds like Eric Cartman. That doesn't sound like King Guy.
Right before you go on a job interview, you're just gonna get a little notification. It's gonna go bloop. But it'll always be a video.
Yeah, because I have to see the face, man.
No, you're not wrong, man. If you're building the best 11 right now, you would start Vasquez, you would start Leggett. You start Leggett on the right, you start Vasquez in the middle, you start Cabral on the left. If you're building your best 11, I assume you brought Vasquez in as not necessarily a squad guy, but I guess a squad guy, but like a locker room guy who knows his place and knows his minutes. Grant Sear, for me, and not understanding, but for me, seeing how historically how they work, usually when you bring someone in overseas, like that person's going to start, that person's going to play, because it's a dedication. It's you've committed this program of contracts, what you want to do with this person. Like if Grand Sear working on a baby, if Grand Sear is a long-term project, you need him playing. He has to figure it out.
Well, couldn't you play? You could play Vasquez in that attacking mid role and have Leggett and Jonathan in the center defensive mid roles.
Well, I'm thinking in a couple weeks when Ravalosin is starting.
Oh, I forgot about him. Shit.
Yeah, that's where that's the only place where I can't. Believe me, I'm on board with you, man. I would love to see Victor Vasquez start matches. I like the footwork. I read some blogger was rating the players and they had him relatively low. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like most of our successful dribbles happened when he came on the field. I like Victor Vasquez a lot. I would love to figure out a way for him to start to play regularly, to get minutes. But once the D mid's here, that Leggett dropping deep doesn't really work anymore.
Yeah.
Even if you do a 3-man mid where you have Leggett in the middle and Ravalosin and Jonathan, now Grand Sear's all the way out, or Vasquez is all the way out.
The only option is just sell Jonathan, man.
I understand. I understand the I understand the argument, and I'm a ride with my captain. That's my guy, man.
No, I'm not.
That's my guy.
I'm joking when I say sell him because I think for all his faults, he still is. He's about it. He's about the crest.
He's captain of the galaxy.
He wants the team to succeed.
You guys, you love him when he's making fun of LAFC for who runs Los Angeles. You love him, like.
Oh yeah, keep using that GIF I made.
I'm not saying he's on. Did he do that?
The one I made.
Which one?
The one that says Eleazar's baby.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you have to absolve him of everything, but it's we got to spirit bomb him, man. Look what all of your collective energy did to Chicharito to start the season. Fucking throw that shit into Jonathan.
Yeah, but he also was like on another trip. Like when he was like, I'm gonna run up these hills.
It's a mental game.
And Jonathan's like, I'm gonna go party it up with these chicks real quick.
I'm gonna go hang out with my cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would. Hopefully it's a speedy recovery.
I'm
Jonathan
gonna accidentally post a photo, or was it video?
Of
him in
the fuck tape.
Yeah.
Video. Yeah. Leggett in the middle makes sense.
Him all rosy cheeks. That's kind of cute.
Leggett in the middle makes sense if you don't have Jonathan. It's where he just played on the national team. Like it works if you don't have Jonathan. But if Jonathan's your guy, if this issue is persistent, that might still solve a problem. Like you just play Leggett next to Ravalosin and you play Vasquez in the hole. There's a lot of options. I don't know how you bench Grant here.
Because he's been bad.
Period.
He's just been bad. So that's fine.
Just created the goal that beat your rival.
Like I said, his best
in
performance
a game where your goalkeeper bailed you out.
His best performance off the bench. So
seems like we're building.
He could be the new super sub, man.
But he probably came off the bench because of the injury from the game before.
He'll be the new Gordon. Just come off bench, score a goal.
You fucking sign people like 4-year contracts to be Alan Gordon.
Hey, look.
With all due respect, can I tell you something that happened to me this week?
All due respect, he's not
dead. He was on YouTube this week. I fit into my Alan Gordon game worn jersey. I wore the jersey of a champion of like his. It's his game worn jersey. I put it on. It didn't rip, didn't break, nothing. It's still okay. Feels better. Feels on the skin. I took all my clothes off and I just put the jersey on.
He's going full bro. He put that Alan Gordon jersey. He's like started calling everyone bro.
I do that anyway.
His hair somehow grew like to a real like long,
luxurious.
He had a backwards baseball cap on. It just like.
Yeah, still fat. Yeah. Still overweight. I tried to do the like shoe thing. It fell right off. But yeah, man, I put on my Alan Gordon jersey. Wore it for a second. Took it right back off. Was like, I don't deserve to wear
You're like,
this.
not worthy.
It's not worthy for me. Folded it, put it back away. But yeah, man, I loved that shit.
All right, let's. Anything else from the game that you guys want to talk about? Any ups or downs?
Bond's fantastic. Or Julian seems like he's back.
Man of the match.
Bond
easily.
Amazing.
Made it to the MLS Team of the Week and won MLS Player of the Week.
Mm-hmm.
Good on you, Bond. Deserves it.
Cabral still not really playing defense, but I like.
I don't think that's going to be his game.
That's okay, baby. That's okay.
Yeah.
You don't need to.
No.
You don't need to. You know what I need you to do? I need you to sit up real high on the left wing spot and draw defenders away from my
Breaking
boy.
ankles, though.
Draw defenders away from my boy. Yeah, embarrassing.
Embarrassing
motherfuckers. Love me some Cabral.
Like I'll forgive you for not defending if you're breaking fools' ankles like that every week.
I didn't need Pavon to defend either.
No.
Zlatan didn't defend. I don't want to compare him to anybody, but Zlatan didn't defend.
There he goes again, man.
That worked.
Yeah.
It's a situation.
Easily Bond man of the match. Let's get to Big Tony's email. Prognostication. JVD had to be proud. Last Saturday, the G's proved that California is LA Galaxy by defeating the Smurfs 1-0. While the game could have been much higher scoring for the G's, they just weren't able to convert that last pass and put it in the net. The closest the G's came was French newcomer Grandsir centering the ball, which was deflected for an own goal. That's right, the Smurfs hate themselves so much, they know they should lose every game and help out the opposition accordingly. So how did the boys do this week? Well, Ed had no faith in the G's and well, that's faith. I said they would get a point. I didn't say they would win.
Not faith. It's not faith. You imagine going to the pearly gates and being like, "Look, I was agnostic. Can you let me in?"
Even.
I left room for you to be real.
Yeah.
I just, I was Sundays.
We're cool, right?
Sunday's my day.
Then you go to fist bump.
No.
Who's at the gate, Ben? Come on, man.
I think you're talking about St. Peter. Yeah.
Yeah. You like St. Peter, like fist bump,
Peter,
bro. Bump it, bro.
Bump it, bro. But I'm the bro because I put on Alan Gordon's jersey.
This is you bumping fists with
bumps. Kick it.
Come on, bro.
Kick it. Peter.
Ooh.
Fucking wrong with you.
Well, Ed had no faith in G's and predicted a 2-2 draw. Shame on you, Ed. I guess. At least Ben and Chris knew the G's wouldn't lose to the Smurfs, and both predicted wins, albeit higher scoring ones. Ben went with 3-1 victory, while Chris expected it to be closer at 1-0. Neither of them predicted a Smurfs own goal.
I had 1-0?
No, you had 2-1. So, Big Tony, you're wrong.
Yeah. I think I had 2-1.
Yeah, it's 2-1. So, we'll have to recalculate this if he's giving you some extra points here. Neither of them predicted a Smurfs own goal, so they both pick up a point. Chris still leads now with 11 points. Oh, he didn't give you the score one. Okay. On the season, while Ed is in second place, 4 points behind, and at 7, and Ben is nipping at his heels in third with 5 points. Since you asked last week, here is how the prediction game is scored for both the boys and the listeners. 1 point for correctly predicting the outcome of the match. If you don't predict the outcome correctly, you cannot score bonus points. The bonus points that are available include 2 points for the correct score line and 1 point for each correct goal scorer. The bonus points for correct goal scorers are not dependent on the score line. If you name the correct score, you get a bonus point. If you predict that the player will score multiple goals, you would get a bonus point for every goal he does score. So correctly predicting Chicha hat-trick would get you 3 extra points. If you only score 2 that game, you'd get the 2 bonus points. Additionally, if you were to gamble and predict an own goal by the G's and are correct, you receive a 1 point for correctly predicting an own goal and a bonus of 5 points for correctly predicting the Galaxy player Shelvick, who scored the own goal.
Just call it a Shelvick.
I know. However, if you are incorrect and the G's don't score an own goal, negative 1 point regardless of who you said would score it. And always remember, rule number 1 of the game, I make the rules and my decisions are final. Listener predictions. For Saturday's game, we had 56 out of 62 listeners predict a Galaxy win. That's right, only 6 people thought we would see a draw. Not a single person thought the G's would lose at home.
You're all good people.
Well, the G's continued their perfect home record.
You're all allowed to keep listening.
Yeah. With a 1-0 win, which only Luis Lopez correctly predicted. Great job, Luis. Unfortunately, Luis, like many others, predicted a goal from Chicha, so he was only able to nab 3 points on the day, which moves him up to 10 points on the season, which is good for a tie in 7th place with 10 others. The other 55 listeners who correctly called a win scored 1 point on the week, as no one predicted a Smurfs own goal. So no real changes at the top. Jose still leads with 17. However, Ryan didn't play this week, and by doing so, Jose increased his lead by to 2 points. Knowing people in the Riot Squad, I can only assume Ryan was drunk and forgot to answer his prediction, and that's okay. We've all been very drunk on Lars, and it's one thing that binds us together. Ryan is still second at 15, while Sneaks is right behind in third with 14 points. 3 others are in fourth with 13 points. And you can find the full standings at our website. And you can follow at BigTony_42 on Twitter for reminders to fill out your predictions. And he sends out a lot of reminders, so if you forget, I mean, it's kind of on you, buddy.
He does his part.
He does his part.
We appreciate you, Big Tony.
Thank you, sir. Yes, we do. Looking forward, well, the next game isn't until Saturday, June 19th, when the G's host Seattle at 6 p.m., time for an international break. Full update and prediction links will be sent out after the break. Go USA. Shouldn't it be go USA?
Go USA.
Yeah, that's what that's what what's his name said after the Lenny Donovan goal.
Jesus Christ.
What was his name? Derek something.
Derek.
You talking about
Derek Ray?
Derek Ray, yeah.
The one who was announcing that game. The World
The
Cup.
English guy?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, God. Ben, you're a producer. Look shit up.
I'm not looking that up.
Oh my God.
I don't care enough to look that up.
You're the worst.
You know what I'm just gonna say? I'm gonna say yes, Ed.
Thank you.
I gotta side with Ben on this one. You're like, can you look up the commentator from a
Anytime we say can you look
soccer
it up,
game?
and it's like it's never look
It's
it up.
never gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen.
Did I not just look up the stat about the goalkeeping stat?
That was like 2 hours ago, dude.
Damn.
What have you done for me lately?
That was like an hour ago.
I know.
An hour ago.
Chris, you want a fantasy update?
Sure.
We not much change in the. I'm gonna tell because Ben is a loser, and he quit already.
Yes, I have.
Did you quit? You're
officially.
done?
I pretty much given up. Yeah,
He's given up
I
already.
haven't done anything with my team, and since you know what,
Why don't you just start now?
I'm gonna. You know what? Maybe I'll get back into it because now school's done. I'm officially on summer, but I'm just gonna give fair warning to everybody: don't listen to Ed.
Yeah. Why would you?
Never listen to Ed when it comes to fantasy anything.
You know how many points you got this week, Ben?
When it comes to
What?
no, I don't even want to know. When it
You
comes
know how
to
many points you got this week, Ben?
yeah, tell me.
You got 92 points.
Did I really?
That is a fucking great
That's a
week.
great
Did I
week.
really
I
get
think you got
92
more than
points?
me.
Yes.
That's more than me.
Well, I didn't touch my team from 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago.
I think you might have gotten the most points this week in our fantasy league.
Nice. You know, I take that back.
Oh, no,
Turns out Ben's back in.
Someone got
I'm back in.
someone got
All in,
194.
Yeah, get back in, Ben. It's fun, man. I'll
Bro,
I'll help you.
You're at least top 5 in points scored this week.
I'm gonna tell you, it's been disheartening. It's been disheartening when I was working on it. I was looking up. I was trying to play the matchups. Just disheartening as fuck.
Can I tell you, man? It helps you learn about the other teams in MLS.
Yeah.
That's mostly what I'm using it for. It's fucking fun, man. It's you know what it is? I don't like the questions where people are like, "What MLS players do you think would fit in the Galaxy really well?" And I'm like, I don't have an answer for that. I don't watch Major League Soccer enough. So this year, I'm committing to watching more of the whole league, and fantasy it plays a big part in me paying attention to players and watching how people play. And then you watch some of the other games and you're like, all right, I can grab that guy. Like, oh, that's someone I think he's playing who? He's going to match up really well against this team because this is the way they play. And now I'm tired of Europe. I'm tired of Premier League just hurts me. It's just Newcastle. It's no good. I'm trying to protect my peace, Ed.
Exactly.
Major League Soccer is good.
Newcastle's not gonna make that better.
It's never gonna work.
No.
It's never gonna work. And if it does, then hey, man, I'm here for you.
All right, I'm gonna give you your top 5 in the Riot Squadcast MLS Fantasy League. Number 1, Vocal Fry. Number 2, MBFC. Number 3 is Riot Squadcast OF. Number 4 is our boy Chris Tucker with Chicho's Angels.
Ew.
Number 5 is Rufus United.
That's a great name.
I am sitting at 16th. Ben, you're at 36.
That's not bad. Of how many? Of how many?
Out of 63.
Bro, you were right in there. You're literally in a mid-table battle.
You have 444 points, Ben. If you go to mine, I have 495. So you're not that far back. And Chris is at 546. So you're like 100 points behind Chris.
That's good.
Which is like five good weeks away from catching him.
You're a couple good weeks. Yeah, you're right back in. I'll work once we finish the semester. We have the next lock day for. I'm on my fantasy team now. The next lockout is 10 days, 12 hours from now. We'll finish the semester. I'll be done. We'll sit down. We'll go through our fantasy team, and we'll work this shit out. Producer Ben's back in. Ben's back in. Win for Ben.
We'll see.
I'm back in.
I just want him to beat you. That's all I care about. I want him to have quit and then still come, hopefully first, but at least second.
Ed, are you in the podcast league?
No, I'm not.
Ducking little bitch. Are you in it, Ben?
Yeah, I'm in it.
So have you given up on that yet either?
I think I was in dead last for a while.
That's all right. Tomorrow's a new day. So.
Fucking loser. Anything else before we get into next?
I don't think so, man. I think we're good.
Benjamin, I think it's time for the lightning round, sir.
Damn, we ain't got no games next week.
No,
we may get out of here under 2 hours.
Yeah,
it's gonna be under 2 hours.
We are definitely
show.
gonna get out of here under 2 hours.
Lightning round. I don't know.
I haven't looked at it yet. I assume it's.
We got like 2.5 pages of lightning round. So
Jesus.
All right, so you don't want to play the sound? We're not gonna get the
yeah, we'll do it,
bro. Every week people want the sound.
People want the sound. I like to think that's how you explain this podcast to Denise. You're like, I don't know, baby. People want the sound.
People want it.
They love it.
What? I can't tell you anything.
You want me to deprive them
Yeah.
of the sound?
They need us.
They need us.
We're gonna start with Off the Post 18.
Voice of the people.
By the way, before
Big T.
because he just posted in our YouTube chat saying Ben is the Everton of the Squadcast Fantasy League.
What is that? What? How does he mean that? I assume it's an insult.
Like-
How does he mean that insult?
Like mid-table, like he could be all right.
Ed, as a Watford fan, and speaking as a Newcastle fan, what's wrong with mid-table?
I'll take mid-table.
What's wrong with mid-table? Mid-table is respectable.
Yeah.
Mid-table keeps you in the league. Everton
It
is
guarantees you another year they're in the Premier League. Yeah.
one more solid year of mediocrity.
All right, Ben.
That is my goal in life. One
And
more year of solid mediocrity.
What was our chant when we went out to the pub, the quiz pub or whatever it was?
Not last place.
Not last. We
place.
chanted that.
Not last place.
Literally, the person we were second to last. Last place was right behind us. We're just chanting right in their faces.
I see Ben more like a Brighton and Hove. Yeah, he could have a good run. Scrappy, still likely to go down.
Yeah.
So, man, he's like a Fulham. You're always happy,
Fulham's more likable though.
but you're always happy when he's there. But he could get relegated.
How about like a Portsmouth then, or Sheffield?
You do not want to be Portsmouth. What happened to Are they League One?
I mean, you kind of in like Portsmouth territory.
shape?
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible. Okay, sorry. He's like, this is why lightning round takes so long, Ed. It's when you get mean and punchy.
Exactly. Fuck you, Ed.
I love you, Ben.
All right.
Portsmouth is in League One, like Sunderland, forever, and ever, and ever. That's a lot. That's a little bit of darkness that I allow to stay in my heart. Sunderland being an average League One team.
That's what I said. The most bitterness I have in my life is about soccer teams.
Yeah.
So.
I gotta keep a little bit of that special.
Yeah.
it's what makes Daddy
You
so
gotta
charming.
keep it burning.
Off the Post 18 says, how much sweeter is a 1-0 victory over rival when they score an own goal?
You know, it's funny because Travis has actually took me to the game and we talked about this. I would kind of rather win because they fucked up. Like if it's an own goal and we win, I'm like, it's better than us scoring five against them.
Mm-hmm. I like the own goal. I really do. It was sweeter to me because they kept trying to do that San Jose thing of that late goal against us, celebrating,
Goonies never die.
They tried to do the Goonies, and Jonathan Bond was like, today you die.
He's like, I've never seen that movie.
Yeah, I don't watch TV.
I don't watch that.
He's like, what do you do? I
don't believe in American cinema.
Whoa, he's deep. What does he watch?
Oh, it's like British, like detective noir films.
That's
like
all
Guy,
they do.
like Guy Ritchie films.
Yeah. Quick cuts, and everyone has like a nickname. Everyone's the butcher, or someone's like, yeah.
That there's my mate Spud.
Like the English gangster movies.
He can eat 3 breakfasts.
AEK 6000 wants to know, when is the Tucker body issue coming out?
What does that mean?
Like ESPN?
You out of your fucking mind? Have you seen what I look like?
Wait, man.
Twitter,
He adds, we need to stay soggy.
Oh God.
Look, Photoshop does wonders, man. We can.
I don't know how to use that, so it would really just be a clip art of me.
I'm gonna MS Paint the shit out of you.
Just look at a picture of Idris Elba. He looks nothing like me, but he looks way better. It's far more appealing on the eyes. You don't need this.
Yeah.
But I appreciate a compliment about me looking positive, looking good. That does not sound like anything anyone would have ever said to me
Chris,
in
man,
my life.
People want to see that dump truck, baby.
Wow. Not going to happen, my good man.
They want to see those dimples above those cheeks.
Jeez. Yeah, I forgot I had dimples.
Should I just hit the outro now? Are we done?
No, play some sexy music. We're talking about Chris's dump truck.
No bullshit. Please stop saying that.
Ed?
I did.
Just like
Oh.
2 sexy brown apples, just like just want to get up in there.
My balls?
Yeah. Hey, whatever, man. the body issue. This is
Whatever works for you, man. No shame.
This is gonna have like the plastic covering over it.
Oh,
as like in the shops.
So that it's. I thought you were like.
That's PG, so the kids don't.
Good. Yeah. No, it's
That
PG.
too.
Yeah.
That too.
Squeegee.
What was the question? The
Body issue? Never, man. You don't. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. I'm not gonna do that.
I'll get him to do it.
The only topless pictures I'm doing is
Patreon.com/Riot Squadcast. We'll get that picture up there.
Progress photos. That's it.
Just lower him a little bit.
I got to get like a backhand.
He's waiting until he gets the V, the pelvic V.
And then what? What's happening after
and
that?
You're gonna that's gonna get lowered and lowered.
Oh, jeez. No, I think of me like that, and it's disgusting. Nah, we're good. We're fine.
Man.
Believe me, I've seen it. You're fine.
How much?
What?
Dan 13.
How much to get the pictures? For our listeners, they might.
Why are you so aggressive?
They might chip in, dude.
Look, there's a little icon right above it.
Yeah, Ed, point up.
Patreon exclusive. There you go.
Right there. Dog tag Dan. Sarah. Dan 13 dog tag says Vanny is the best coach since Ruud Gullit.
Oh, don't put them in the same sentence.
You know Bruce Arena came after Ruud Gullit, right?
Just saying. That's what he said.
He's saying he's better than Bruce Arena. That's fucking. Hopefully,
yeah.
Yes, yeah. I don't want to. Look, why am I going to put you down? I hope he is. It's going to take years before we can say that. He could win 2 cups back to back, and he's not better than Bruce Arena. He, in my eyes, if he builds a system that is long-standing and builds a foundation for us to grow on in 5 years, and he's here to affect that change in 5, 6, 7 years. Yeah.
The day Vanny signed, he became the second greatest coach in Galaxy history.
Wow.
No.
Stomping all over Ziggy Schmidt's grave, huh?
No. No.
Fucking heresy.
Oh, damn.
He's definitely the day he signed. He's been better than
most of them.
Yeah.
It's hard to be. There's a lot. Yeah, by doing nothing, you're better than 3 I can think of off the top of my head.
Exactly.
By just showing up.
Just signing your name on the dotted line, you're like, you became our official, 3rd, 4th best coach we've ever had in their history.
How would you rank him?
That's too early.
By the Miami game, he's 4th.
No, I mean Galaxy coaches. You got Bruce.
You got to put
top.
Bruce is number 1.
Bruce is number 1.
Ziggy number 2.
Ziggy is number 2. Nobody wants to say it.
Lothar or Samson?
It has to be Samson. Has to be Samson. All due respect to Lothar, it's got to be Samson.
The man got us a double.
Vanny ain't won anything. Kobe comes next. Kobe won me a Honda Super Classico. It counts. The club literally threw them away, but it counts. I don't know. I don't want to think about it. I'll let me finish this semester and I'll think about it.
Don Rulli,
and then again, it'll only be my opinion on the ranking of the Galaxy coaches. Whatever you think is your rank, that's cool. Send it to me.
Who would you take? Would you take a Hulit or would you take a?
Oh my God, the other. Well, I know the other is Yalop.
Yeah.
Hulit or Yalop, I would take Hulit.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I would take Hulit. Hulit didn't do long-lasting damage. Yalop changed aspects of the identity of the club.
And at least the team was watchable.
Yeah, well, he didn't want to defend. He wasn't interested in defense. He was, and we scored a lot of goals. We just gave up more. But yeah, Yalop did DNA shifting.
He destroyed.
He changed the identity.
Destroyed the entire. Yeah.
Yeah, he was instrumental in shifting the identity of the club. And a lot of that came with Beckham. But if you're judging tenure, Yalop has to be the worst one.
Yeah.
Dan also wanted to know what the best Modelo is. He prefers the Negro.
I get down with the Negro Modelo.
They're fine, yeah. Both of them are all right.
Oh, I
like Especial.
I had a Modelo on the weekend. It's my first beer in a month. More than a month.
Mm-hmm.
It was fucking nice and crisp.
Yeah, Especial is good. I don't remember the last time I had a Negro Modelo, so I don't know.
Esteban Mazza 77 wants to know the best Galaxy starting 11
of all time.
It's all he says is starting 11 for the Galaxy. Best starting 11 for the Galaxy.
Oh, I need a criteria, man.
Yeah, again,
is it quality?
Yeah. Hey,
give me a criteria.
No, we'll do a Patreon of that. Esteban, send us in what you want us to do the Patreon on, which best 11, however you want to classify it.
I don't have Patreon.
And,
fuck you.
And we'll do that. All right. Leo,
Hold on. Before you guys, when you send your questions, like, remember, it's a show that we try to answer these quickly.
I could do that quickly.
No, you can't.
If I had a criteria, I could do it quickly. Yeah. Think about it. 90% of the team is done. 90% of the team is done. Maybe 10% is your personal opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
But the vast majority of a Galaxy all-time 11 is locked in. The only thing that changes it, that's why immediately I'm like, what's the criteria?
Yeah.
It's the only thing that's going to, the criterion of formation is the only thing that's going to change a Galaxy all-time starting 11.
I feel like we get that question like every week, though, too.
Robbie Keane, Zlatan Ibrahimovic are up top, and then you're figuring out a midfield and defense. Defense, most you can probably do in your head. Goalkeeper, going to come down to opinion. Midfield is where you're going to get dicey. Midfield's where you're going to get hard. You're going to have to start kind of figuring
You're going to cut
out.
people out that probably should be there. But again,
I mean, look, I love a lot of big-name Galaxy legendary players. You should all want to someday surpass all of them. If you're, with all due respect to them, if you're still holding on to Cienfuegos in 30 years from today, like, something went wrong. We should have players that do outstanding shit. I get that Cienfuegos means something to people on a level that's separate than just scoring goals and what we accomplished as a club while he was here. But same is true of Kobe.
when you can do that when you're like 5'3", man, like,
oh, he's phenomenal. I mean, Ed, I watched the highlights of this guy, and it doesn't make sense. It's got people damn near twice his size, and he's like, nope. Messi makes some of the same moves he makes, people lose their mind. Score some of the same goals he scored, people lose their mind. Now, is Messi shooting against slightly different caliber goalkeepers? Sure, but hey, you get to.
Messi's never won a cup in MLS.
Never won an MLS Cup.
So.
Doesn't have a picture with Kobe Jones looking at his ring. So
yeah, whatever.
Who's really the best of all time?
Sorry, Ben. Go ahead.
Leo wants to know, am I wrong to think that Saldana is closer to being Victor Vasquez than Efrain is?
Oh, neither of them are close to being Victor Vasquez.
Yeah, we mean Victor, like
Said closer.
Saldana is never going to be a Victor Vasquez. He's not that type of player.
Or are they saying that? I think it's more of a.
More of a
I think
finished
it's
product.
more of a slam on. Well, I assumed it was more of a slam on.
Yeah.
Efrain Alvarez as the go-to.
Then yes, probably
attacking
Saldana put forward Efrain Alvarez. I mean, it's just sad, man. I feel like
Is it sad that Saldana is more of a finished product?
I don't think that's true.
I feel like maybe it's just not the team for Efrain. Like I think honestly, I think his time. This is his after this year. I don't know if we see him again in the Galaxy jersey.
I got a lot of shit for calling, and I shouldn't have, but I got a lot of shit for calling that dude Efrain Villarreal. And it wasn't like, it's not really meant to be disrespectful. It's just like, it's a guy who, hey man, I got told by a lot of people, Jose Villarreal was it. Now, U.S. men's national team going overseas to Europe. And it, sometimes they look like they're going to be great and it doesn't happen.
I mean, most of the time it's we've in this country we like to hype, like
we want a prodigy really bad.
Yeah. And Efrain came through the system, came with us and signed when he was 16.
He's the youngest signing in history. Youngest
and
Galaxy
so,
signing in history.
3 years later, it's not what you would want him to be when he as a developed product. You'd want him to contribute more. And I honestly I thought the game against San Jose, I think Sasha took those free kicks. I'm like, those were peak.
You would have thought
Efrain range. Like I would have loved to see him take at least one of those, and then Sasha put him off the wall on both times. But whatever.
That's what he does.
So apparently he's not good with things with walls. His jumping.
Jeez.
And
Barbs.
I know. Damn.
You don't remember that?
No, I do.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But yeah, it's. I think it's. I think it might be time to move on from the Efrain Alvarez. Like, develop. It's just not. I feel like it's not happening, and maybe it's just. Maybe it's just us. Maybe it just doesn't fit in. Maybe he can go somewhere and it lights something under him, but I don't know. I don't think it's happening with us.
He turns 19 in June. He's still young. He signed for us when he was 16 and 8 days. So likely a record he's going to hold on to for a pretty long time. or sorry, 16 years, 8 months, and X amount of days.
Yeah, because he
whatever it is.
beat McBean by like
I just had it up a
couple
second
months,
ago
right?
and I closed it. Yeah. Sorry, 16 years, 8 months, and 12 days, and he beat Jack McBean by 2 months and 3 days. 2 months and some change. Yeah, turns 19 in June. Still young, man. Still. I'm not throwing the baby out with the bathwater just yet. I get the question. Is Saldana closer to being a starter than Efrain Alvarez was, or is? Sure, but in Efrain Alvarez's position, it's Sebastian Lletget, a full U.S. men's national teamer, Victor Vasquez, someone the coach has coached before and brought in specifically because he knows what he gives and trusts his ability, who both play attacking midfield. Yes, he inexcusable, even for his age. He's missing some wide open chances. He's still a young kid. I don't want him starting. It's not time for that yet.
no.
Saldana is starting. I do like Adam Saldana a lot. But I wonder if he starts because he gives something in a specific position when you may not when you need legs more than Sasha can give you. You know what I mean?
And I
When
think
you
it's a position that's
Less technical.
less technical, but also less critical.
yeah. If Saldana fucks up, and I think it's part of it. Saldana fucks up, most people don't really notice it. You know what I mean? He's also someone everyone's not shining a light on and paying attention to because there's not an air quotes national team war.
Yeah,
over him
exactly.
When he doesn't get called into either camp or when he doesn't get called into either roster, you're not watching Adam Saldana in the way you're watching Efrain Alvarez. When Adam Saldana gives the ball away, it's not that big of a deal. You know what I mean? That's really what I think it comes down to. And I think everyone's really, really watching Efrain Alvarez. And I'm partially to blame for it. Galaxy Twitter certainly is partially to blame for it. The Galaxy themselves are certainly partially to blame for it. Both national teams are partially to blame for it. Efrain Alvarez is hugely partially to blame for it. If the hype machine's going to be behind you, kid, and you seem to enjoy riding it, I could be wrong. You appear to enjoy riding it. When you get called in, you got to snatch those chances. He started in his preferred position in 2 consecutive games, and neither of them have worked out very well. He's only 19 in a U.S. soccer system, especially on the Galaxy, as an attacking player, especially on the Galaxy, which has a history of issues with those.
You're going to get few chances. But
you're
going to get so few chances.
But he's got to take, if he is every now and again taking advantage of those chances, it gets a lot easier to defend him. I'm worried. That's why I'm glad I'm getting off Twitter. I'm worried that we're going to fall in very, very quickly. And I'm so glad I won't be around to see it. You're going to fall into that Chicharito mire of there are going to be a cabal of people who will defend everything he does. And there are going to be a cabal of people who every errant pass is the worst pass they've ever seen.
Yeah.
And every time he steps on the field, oh my God, we're going to lose Efrain Alvarez on the field.
Because you're for better or for worse, you're looking for that. Like you see he has a bad pass. Like see,
but when Saldana does it, no one notices. When Viafani does it, no one notices. When Depew does it, you notice, but you don't care as much. There's other people to bail him out. But the attacking midfielder is so important to what Chicharito is doing. And so if Efrain's in there and Chicharito's not scoring, and Efrain is missing wide open chances, and he's playing their back-to-back games, people are watching him in a way they're not watching everyone else. That's all I'm saying. So he's 19 soon. Give him a little time. As well, he needs to take advantage of these chances when he gets
And that's what Travis, our friend in the chat says. I don't need him to be great ASAP. I'd like him to progress.
Absolutely.
And he isn't, which is absolutely true.
Yeah. That's what you need. Part of it, I honestly think, comes from Adam Saldana was a regular starter for G2 last year. He played regularly all of last year. Efrain Alvarez doesn't regularly start. It is the issue with progressing attacking players from the second team to the first team for the Galaxy. Defensive players get an opportunity and get a chance. Attacking players, you're usually two guys down to begin with. And then in those instances where you do get a chance, Lord forbid you get 2 of them in your preferred position and it doesn't work out. Look at what Dunbar's going up against. He wants to play. He's got to figure out how to play right wing. Efrain Alvarez gets to play in his preferred position twice, and it doesn't work out. And then that's why it gets harder to defend you than some other guys. I still think he's 19. Look, he's 19. It's not the end of the world whether he's good or bad. It's not affecting our roster whether he's good or bad.
It's not going to be the end of the world for our team if he's not.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's a young kid that it's not working out on. And it's not even not working out on. It's a young kid who's having a poor run of form. Maybe you loan him to G2. It's not the end of the world. I know they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it.
No.
But maybe you loan him to G2 and let him play some games that aren't as, I don't know. This last one, it seemed like the pressure was just getting to him. So I don't know. I want him to be good. You got to give him space to be good.
I think that's what people tend to forget. If you're critical on any player, you're like, oh, you got to support. Like, no, we want them to be. None of us want him to be bad.
I'm not blind.
None of us want him to be bad.
I just want to. All we've ever done is, again, all we've ever done is just sit down here and talk about the things we see. Like it's no one's saying anything to upset you. I want him to be good. You want him to take that free kick instead of Sasha.
It's the whole thing when people are like, oh, all these people who are cheering for Chicha now. Like, yeah, because he's scoring goals now and he's playing better.
I was cheering for him back then.
Yeah,
I wanted him to score back then.
Yes, that's why I can never get that argument of like, oh, now you're positive. I'm like, yes.
Let me teach you. You go to the little settings and you hit log out, and they all go away.
Yeah.
They literally all go away.
That's just funny to me.
It's beautiful. It's not real. None of it's real, man. Galaxy Twitter is shitting real. Just hit log out. See how quick all of it goes away.
It's all the Matrix, bro.
It's all simulation.
You're all ones and zeros.
Hey, bloopy number.
Jose Salgado says, happy birthday to Chicharito. He is a definite. Jose Salgado is now definitely a Bond girl, and he asks, who takes our free kicks?
It shouldn't be Sasha. That's for sure. Again, those were prime Alvarez spots. He's made a killing in that spot down in G2. I would have really liked to see him take that one. Yeah, I mean, I would say he's probably our best set piece taker.
It should be concerning when he's a kid who no one wants to see start games.
Yeah,
like it's Grand Sierra only speaks French. There's no French speakers. Well, shit. Like maybe you need to get somebody else out there that can do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
guess Vasquez maybe.
Maybe I was wondering if he has a history of taking set pieces at all, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that's the $6 million question.
If Vasquez on the field, I say Vasquez. If Efrain's in the field, I mean, you've seen him. He's been taking the corner kicks. He's
a good set piece taker.
Yeah,
as you say, G2 was always a good set piece taker.
CJD asks, is Jonathan Bond going to be as good as Pinedo?
See, guys, don't say stuff like this too early. It's that's a heavy fucking name to drag on that dude's neck.
Someone mentioned that to me on the weekend, and I said, as long as he doesn't try to renegotiate his contract halfway through the season, we'll be okay.
Pinedo's record was 10 saves in a game.
So
Bond 7 games in.
And Pinedo was on a much better defensive team than
Bond 7 games in.
So
I don't know.
I think Bond has the potential of being that guy who's like, all right, that he may have an argument for like pushing some guys out of the top spots of best goalkeepers in Galaxy history.
7 games in.
That's what I'm saying. Potentially.
Yeah, potentially. Pinedo's the same way. Pinedo, we came in early and you could see like kid's got it. Kid's very, very good. It's just it's hard to maintain. Ricketts still my number one for me, but Bond is I'm open to be persuaded. I'm open to fall in love again.
Yeah.
Uncle Dishwasher wants you
I'm ready to get hurt again.
I'm ready to be hurt again.
Uncle Dishwasher wants you to grade the positions overall so far this year from goalkeeper as a team, goalkeeper, defense, midfield, and forwards.
Goalkeeper, I mean, I give him for what it is, I give him an A. I mean, come on. Bond's been amazing. He's kept us. He's honestly saved us in every single game.
He's the best keeper in Major League Soccer.
Defense, C+. I would say they've been average. if not a little bit above average.
C plus. I think it's fair. I would, if I could get away with incomplete, I would, because they're clearly not done.
But for what it is right now.
But for what it is, for what we've been so far, that might be a little low.
I think C plus is
Last couple, C plus, B minus, somewhere in there. Yeah. Either one.
Our midfielders, I would probably give them like a B minus. It's not been great. I think it's been okay. But again, like I think when you mentioned the incomplete, like it's still
building. Yeah. Grand Sear is not ready. Cabral is getting there. We have a starting piece still coming in.
Like when your midfield is consisted of a 34-year-old man
and a child
and a
young man.
Two
young man.
Two teenagers.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
It's there's work to be done. A captain that's rotating. Jonathan's injury concerns definitely drops the grade down a lot. Vasquez's revelation pops that grade up a little bit.
Yeah.
Cabral so far, revelation pops that grade up a little bit. Leget's season so far pops that grade up a little bit. Grand Sear hurts. Saldana, I'll give as a
Grand Sear's bringing that class average down.
He's trying. He's a vortex of fail, if you remember from The Simpsons. Saldana as a hidden gem we didn't really count on. Bounces that grade up in a big bad way.
I mean, no one saw him starting.
So yeah, I'll give the midfield a solid B minus. I'll give it a solid B minus. I won't go crazy.
And then I mean forwards. I mean you're really only grading Chicharito. I mean you got to give him an A for the start of the season. Maybe an A minus.
Quietly cooled off.
I think
quietly cooled off.
Again, I think that's because Vasquez hasn't been in there for a couple of games.
Yeah.
I think he's.
Well, Lord Zubak's not starting yet.
And Lord Zube, yeah. Come on.
But I think when we get when we get Leget back, when we get this Cam figured out, then might light up again. Still golden boot of the league, so I'm gonna have to give him an A.
Yeah,
gotta give him an A.
All right, if Chicharito, or this is Salgado DCI, if Chicharito could recruit one former teammate, who should it be? And you can't say Ronaldo.
Oh.
Would you like a second? I have a name immediately jumped to mind for me.
Okay, go.
Toni Kroos from when they were at Madrid. They should have. I think it's 2014. It came in at the same year. It would be a perfect center midfielder for the Galaxy. Any point of his career would be fine.
Yeah.
Any point of his career would be okay with me.
You see, the teams he went to, I was never like a fan of, so I never really paid attention.
Luka Modric, he played with. Sergio Ramos, if you want to piss some Larsers off.
No, I hate
Karim
Benzema.
Karim Benzema.
Yeah, I'll give you Benzema. I think obviously we need another forward, maybe.
That works.
There you go.
Did he play with Bale? He may have played on the same Madrid team as Bale.
I wouldn't.
I don't think so.
I mean,
no, not 2014. He was only there 2014 that one window, and then he got sent back to United. So Bale would have still been at Tottenham.
All right. My favorite question of the week comes from Take the Wheel. Who would win in a 3v3? G's players named Ed or G's players named Chris?
I assume Ed. I imagine there's more. I don't know. Let me look.
What you thinking? Edson Buttle.
Oh, you get to steal Edson. Yeah, that's a good one.
What are the Eds?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Eddie Lewis.
Eddie Lewis. Okay. Who else?
I don't know, man. Most
because Chris, you'd have what? Klein.
You have Eduardo Hurtado.
Ooh,
it's a big dude. El Tanque.
I know, but you're just gonna play three forwards up there, 2 forwards and a defender. I mean, I guess yeah.
I must have completely not listened to the question. I thought it was a fight.
3v3 game, no?
No, yeah, 3v3. Yeah, who would win in a 3v3?
I'm assuming that's a 3v3 soccer game.
So you would have Eduardo Hurtado,
Edson Buttle,
and
Eddie Lewis. I'll take that.
I would have Chris Albright.
Versatile.
Chris Burchell.
Nah.
So I got options. I got options here. I got Chris Albright, Chris Burchell, Chris Klein, Chris Armas, who I think is at Toronto now. I think he's managing Toronto,
or he was the manager at New York, wasn't he?
I think
he got fired.
I think he got a job immediately. Yeah. Is he in Toronto?
Yeah, he was actually. Yeah, he was interviewed. People thought he was going to get the DC job, but then DC couldn't hire ex-New York legend or player, whatever.
Chris Pontius.
Ah.
Here's my wild card. Christian Wilhelmsen.
Nah.
I need a winger. Christian Wilhelmsen won a cup.
It's 3v3.
He won a cup.
You don't need wingers.
Spread the defense.
Nah.
He's got to
He's
pull,
quick,
pull
dude.
the
He's got
goalkeeper
quick
out.
feet too. Wilhelmsen,
Nah,
quick
that
feet.
dude's whack.
3v3.
That dude is so bad. People for some reason put him in this like
Christian
spotlight,
Wilhelmsen.
man.
He's Guessman's guy.
Oh
Guessman
my
loves
God.
him. I think that's mostly what it is. I will take.
Josh?
I will take Burchell because I love him.
Space is high, mate.
Space is high. I love me some Chris Burchell. I'll take Chris Burchell. I will take Chris Albright. I'll take Chris Armas because he's a little crazy.
I don't know. Does that count? Do Christians count?
Eduardo counts.
That's an Ed.
So is Christian.
So you're
Dude.
missing Pavone, dude. The best.
I ain't fan.
No, that's
You
not.
just talked me out of a winger.
I mean, come on.
You were just like, it's 3v3.
But it's like
We need a winger. for it.
Wilhelmsen, Pavone. Like, come on.
Practically the same. Who won a cup?
Yeah, that's true.
Isn't that the messy argument?
Yeah, that's true.
Thank
That's
you.
True. I think my team wins though.
Who's your team again? Buttle.
Buttle,
Yeah, his team's
Hurtado,
pretty good.
and Eddie Lewis.
His team has more players that I like.
And Hurtado would just be like, just smash dudes. Because I'm assuming it's like indoor. Because 3v3.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's kind of like
Oh,
you.
no. All of Jogo Bonito, that guy, just dancing around the field. I love Eduardo Hurtado. Can somebody find what is it called? Name print? What's it called when you just get the name and the number? It's name print. Somebody can find me an Eduardo Hurtado name print. I would really enjoy that. I don't want to do any work for it. Message me on Instagram.
I bet you can do it at the store now that they're going to be opening and shit.
Oh, they're doing that'd be nice.
I'm sure they can do it.
Okay. Yeah, I can get that done. I got the white home jersey and get it El Donkey put on the back. El Donkey 9.
All right. Let's see. How can we support? This is Stephen Levy. How can we support St. Michael and his well-doing? Any chance we can get a Discord?
With Michael?
Yeah.
No. I mean, no. if he wants to.
You trying to get full caught up or what?
Yeah, if he wants to, he's more than welcome. The reason we
Free
separate
St. Michael?
Yeah, the reason we separate we keep a buffer is it's not here's the thing. I think redistributing the games is legal.
It's very illegal.
Super illegal?
Yeah, it's very illegal.
Super illegal.
There's like warnings that say, hey,
Even though I'm not
don't
getting paid
distribute-
for it?
don't distribute this game.
Yeah, I think it has to do with. Yeah, you have to.
Like, I don't
If you're not getting paid for it,
at least send somebody a game file.
yeah,
And
I don't
I-
think it's illegal.
But anyway,
I'm pretty sure there's like you can't record the games. Like it says like in the warnings. Like
but then how did
No,
like
you can't.
how
You
did
can't.
TiVo
You
become a
cannot
thing?
disseminate the game
I don't know what that means.
for
Is that
money without written permission.
okay,
Anyway,
I mean, I'm sure either way. I'm sure if MLS wanted to come after you or anything like that.
it's the reason we keep it separate.
Yeah.
We keep the operation separate so that we can keep the operation going. And I like it. I'm sure some people think it's stupid, but I enjoy it.
trying to get fools locked up, man.
And I now have other Galaxy podcasts requesting the files, which is great because it will hopefully inform other podcasts more so that when you go to them, like they're more richly informed, it can give you better content, which increases the quality of the Galaxy podcasting network and all that. So yeah, we try to keep that a little separate. And I did reach out to him and ask him what he can do, and he just said thank you. He's actually, you know what? Let me pull up exactly what he said so I can read it out super fast. I got it right here.
So the show's
Apologies.
gonna go over 2 hours.
Nah, we're done. He says it's incredibly nice. He's just glad to be contributing to the archive. He's learned so much about Galaxy history, and he's just happy to give back in some way. So he appreciates you. Thank you. It's the reason he does what he does. And no Discord.
There you go. Is that it, Ben?
That's it.
Thank you guys for your lightning round questions. We do appreciate that. Benjamin Tucker,
I assumed it wasn't working.
let's get out of here, bro.
I like it.
Beautiful 2-hour show. We appreciate you guys. Benjamin,
Next
where can
week, you want to talk about next week real quick?
You,
That we won't be.
I don't think we're gonna have
live
a
on
show
the air?
next week
Yeah.
since there's nothing, no game going on. So yeah,
But we will be doing Patreon.
Patreon, we'll have Patreon out there.
And we will be giving away the jersey.
The jersey will be drawn next week on the Patreon episode. So check out that. Probably we'll usually drop it on Fridays, but next week is graduation week, so I don't know if it's dropping on Friday. So it's probably gonna be dropping on like a midday week. So just keep an eye on it. We'll let you guys know.
You'll see it.
Yeah, you'll see it. Benjamin, where can they find you on the social, sir?
You can find me on Twitter at DTRadioBen or at OldManBen3. QAnon Ben is no longer in existence. It's dead. You can email the show. Actually, don't email the show. You're fine. Just send them this message over the socials.
Bro, it's been a long year, man.
Yeah, it has definitely been a long year.
Tucker, where can they find you on the social, sir?
You can find me on Instagram at ZeroCool138. I'm private, so go ahead and send me I have a real simple system. If you send me an Instagram friend invite, I will click your profile. I will see which other Galaxy fans you follow, and then I will follow you.
Yeah.
If you don't follow other Galaxy fans, I'm sorry. I won't follow you. Follow Ed first, because if I see someone follows Ed, I'm like, oh, they must be okay. And then I give them a quick follow. Or Ben, because Ben's kind of in that same boat with me.
Yeah, I don't follow back if you don't at least have like something Galaxy.
You have to follow. Really, you need Corner of the Galaxy to follow you. Josh follows everybody. So if Josh is following people, I'm like, all right, they're cool. And I send him an invite. But yeah, Instagram, ZeroCool138. Strava, that's my new thing. I'm trying to get more people on Strava who are out working on their fitness and trying to
get that running
get
game,
moving.
son.
And yeah, man, just fucking, or walking. If walking is what you do, walking's great too. Whatever you do, just do a little bit more. You're doing a great job. Keep it up.
You can find me on Instagram at EdTheZombie13, Twitter EdTheZombie13. It's all there, baby. Go follow me. If you have Galaxy shit, I'll follow you back. The show, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Go follow it there. Make sure you tweet the links, that share button, whenever we post episodes. Until then, we love you guys. Take care. Be safe. We'll see you next time.
See you when we see you. Be good.
Bye.
Keep moving. Hey, Guan. You better get to work. You know what you owe. See you next time.
Fuck you, Brian. Suck a dick, bitch.